Without wasting any time, here's the video. What if Naruto revealed his true strength during the Chunin exams? Naruto entered the academy the moment he walked in. He could hear the whispers of his classmates, saying things like, "Hey, look, the dobe got here on time. Look how he fails." Naruto ignored the dobe's comments and sat down. The dobe was just a mask. He realized that if he was smart, the village would be even more hostile towards him. After a few minutes, Yuka walked and told the students to shut up using his Jandamoni had no fair, and the test began. The first part was the written part of the test. Naruto knew how he asked all the questions, but skipped a few on purpose to keep acting like a dobe. Right after that was the accuracy test. They were supposed to throw shuriken and kunai and hit 8 vital points on the body. Naruto would have used the 3-prong Chunin, but he didn't want to draw attention. So he just used the standard kunai he bought from one of the nicest people in the shops, pretending it was a fluke. He hit all 8 targets right on target. What the heck? There's no way you can do better than that, Sasuke Chunin yelled out. A certain pink-haired Bance Enbar. If you don't know who that is, then you need to read more Naruto manga. The last part of the test was the Bizen no Jutsu. Naruto was really nervous because he knew about his horrible chakra control because of Kurama the Nine-Tailed Fox. When he entered the ninjutsu room, he did the Bunin no Jutsu, only to create a pathetic-looking clone that quickly disappeared. "You failed," was all Naruto heard from Irika. Mookie, on the other hand, he tried to help Naruto pass, but he didn't make it. After the exam, Mookie headed over to where Naruto was sitting alone on the swing, watching all the new Chunin show his sash to his parents. Mizuki approached Naruto and said, "I have a way to help you pass the Chunin exam." Irika woke up, and someone frantically knocked on his door. Irika is Naruto went crazy and stole the forbidden scroll, which he immediately left. When Mookie left laughing, his spurn did a victory dance in his head. What he didn't know is that Naruto was already aware of his plans and took the scroll to help his arsenal of jutsu. Very well, the first jutsu is Kai Bunin. "Ah, God, this day is getting worse," said a boy with spiky blonde hair. "I will write them down to learn them later." After 2 hours, Naruto had written 3 jutsus. He had the Kai Bunin, the Bunin Darai Bakwa, and the Shiki Fujin. Then Irika found it. "Naruto, why did you take the scroll?" "Mookie-sensei told me that if I learned just one jutsu from the scroll, I could pass the exam." Irika, "Naruto, you two really are a bunch of idiots," said a certain trader with a pair of giant shuriken. Naruto, know why the villagers really hate them. I know. About your plan to steal the scroll. It's because, wait, what did Mookie shout? "Yeah, I know, it's because of the Kiri, who for the record did not attack Konoha of his own free." "Well, yeah, right, demonic scum, I'll kill you and your precious Yuka-sense right now." Naruto had other plans. He threw a 3-prong kunai at Mookie's feet. Mookie jumped and the weapon landed behind him. "Did you really believe that a simple kunai could stop someone like me?" "A Chunin, not just a kunai, Mookie, a certain type of kunai," said Naruto, as he reappeared behind Mookie in a yellow flash along with a kuna and touching Mookie's neck. "H, how did you do that?" "Simple, a certain jutsu known as H-Sin no," were Mookie's last words as Naruto stabbed the kunai into Mookie's neck, killing him. How did you learn, Lin?" "I'm sorry, but I can't tell you, and also please keep this like you would keep an SS rank secret, please, Irika-sensei." "It's okay, Naruto, I'll do it for you, and Naruto, please come here and close your eyes." Naruto did as he was told and went towards Irika. He closed his eyes, and as he did, he felt a cloth cover his forehead. "Can I open my eyes now?" "Yes." Naruto opened his eyes and saw that Irika was missing her eye tape. "Congratulations, Naruto, you passed," said Irika with a smile. "After gathering your team tomorrow, I'll even treat you to Ichiraka ramen." "Are you serious?" "Yes, ramen," Naruto shouted as he attacked Irika. The next day, Naruto walked into class proudly wearing the eye tape that Irika had given him. Yes, Naruto did it. Thought, "Hinata, why are you here? You're an idiot." A person with duck-ass hair said to him, "Enbar, I guess. Who you see the headband now? I'm a Konoha ninja. How dare you talk to him like that?" "Sasuke, you monstrous," yelled Sakura. "You like what you do." Everyone in the room immediately fell silent. Everyone knew that Naruto had a crush on Sakura. "What the hell is going on?" "Yes, you heard me. I called you Bance. Now stop yelling before I kick you out of here." "Pink-haired," which said Naruto with a lot killing intent. At that, Sakura quickly shut up and went back to fighting with other fans for Sasuke. "Okay, now the tasks of his team," said Irika. Naruto was distracted until he heard Team 7 Uzumaki, Naruto, Aruno, Sakura, Yuki, Sasuke, led by Kakashi, attack. At this, Naruto thought, "Kami must really hate me." Team 8 Yuga, Yada, Inazuka, Kiba, Aburame, Shino, led by Yurina, and Team New will remain the same team. 10 Yaman, Kaino, Akimichi, Choi, Nara, Shikamaru, led by Saruto Yasuma. At this, a large cloud of smoke appeared, and from it came the new Chunin sensei. "Well, except one, why Kakashi isn't here?" Yet Sakura Band shouted, "Do the world a favor And shut your mouth, Naruto told him at that moment 2 hours after everyone else had left. He almost arrived, and my first impression is that they are all dwarves. See you on the roof in 5 minutes. And with that, K almost disappeared. Team 7 went up the stairs and arrived at the roof. Okay, tell me your name, likes, dislikes, hobbies, and dreams for him, future sensei. Why don't you start first? Okay, my name is Kakashi. I like things I won't tell you. I dislike things I won't tell you. My hobbies are things you don't need to know. And my dream. For the Turo, I won't say anything. All we learned was his name. Team 7 thought, okay, blonde, you go first. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen training. And Irika sensei. I don't like the 3 minutes it takes to cook a ramen. People who look down on others based on their power. Sasuke fears. And the advance of pink hair. Sakura, my hobbies are eating ramen training and learning new jutsu. And my dream for the future is to become the next OC. So all the villagers will respect me very well. Pinky, you're next. My name is Sakura Aruno. I like looks at Sasuke and blushes. I don't like Naruto. Vaka, my hobbies are looks at Sasuke and blushes even more. And my dream is looks at Sasuke and blushes even more. Then the last one, so you like to blush, you don't like Naruto, your hobbies are blushing, and your dream is to blush. Okay, you the one from the duck. But here you're next. My name is Sasuke Yukiya. I like very few things. I dislike many others. I don't have any hobby, and my ambition is to kill a certain cool individual. Another Avenger. Yukiya trapped. Why? Kami, why? Good for you. Now Team 7, see you tomorrow at training camp 7 at 7. Oh, don't eat breakfast because you'll throw up. And with this, Team 7 left the next day. Naruto woke up at 5:30 a.m. He knew Kakashi would be late. So he had 2 cups of ramen and drank 2 cups of milk. He ran to the training grounds to meet up with the rest of their team. And Kakashi, yes, where is Kakashi-sensei? Asked Sakura. How the hell would I know? He just told us to be here at 7 a.m. And Sakura, to shut her mouth, Sakura sat dejectedly. Naruto arrived, and the team waited until noon, and before Kakashi showed up. You're late, Sakura yelled. Oh, well, I was walking over here when I had to save some fish from drowning. Now let's get started. You all will try to take these bells from me. As you can see, there are 2 weight, but there are 3 of us. That's the point. Whoever doesn't get a bell will be tied to this pole, and watch the others eat. If none of you get the bell, all 3 of you will be tied up while I eat all of your lunches. What's okay? Everyone has an hour's start. Everyone jumped. Naruto realized that to win, everyone had to work together as a team. Otherwise, how could 3 Chunin fresh out of the academy beat a honing of Kakashi's caliber? Immediately jumped to Sakura's position and said, Sakura, before you start screaming, this is a test of teamwork. How could we Chunin beat a hin? After 5 minutes, Naruto managed to get Sakura to understand that the test was about teamwork. Now to find Sasuke, unfortunately for him, was trapped with only his head above ground. This was the result of a Doton Shinjuzan-san, no just to Naruto. And Sakura found him, and by convincing him that the test was about teamwork and Naruto promising him that he would give him the bell that he could take to him, Sakura/Sasuke broke free from the jutsu. For some reason, Sakura didn't pass out because she actually thought it through. Kakashi was reading his Icheicha novel when Naruto jumped up and threw a Chunin at him. Kakashi's eyes widened, and he thought there's no way this kid can use Sensei's jutsu unless his thoughts were interrupted when he felt the cold steel of a kunai against his throat. Naruto cut the kunai, and Kakashi went poof. The real Kakashi jumped out of a tree and grabbed Naruto, only to find out that Naruto used the Karimi. Kakashi heard a buzzing sound, and the next thing that happened was that his bells were missing. Sakura and Sasuke each had a bell in. Bara, by the way, the only one who saw Naruto use Irisin was Kakashi. The other 2 were hiding under the ground and would only hear the signal. Okay, you 2 got the bell, Naruto. That means you'll be tied to the post while the others eat lunch. And you can't give Naruto any food, okay? Said Naruto. Naruto was tied to the post while Sasuke and Sakura were eating lunch. While she was having lunch, Sakura was teasing Sasuke about a date while mocking Naruto for not getting a lunch. At that moment, Kakashi appeared. Sakura, you show no respect for a teammate and comrade. Sasuke, same to you. For this you will fail, and everyone will be sent back to the academy. But Sensei, Sakura tried to say no, but all of you didn't understand the meaning of teamwork. But we worked together to get the bells, complained Sakura. Yes, you did. But you didn't help your teammate. All I saw was Naruto doing all the work, and you 2 showing up to take credit for what he did. Sensei, this was my plan. It was going to be a distraction so Sasuke and Sakura could get the bells. I've already failed the graduation exam so many times, so I don't care if I pass or not, just pass those 2, and I'll be back, said Naruto. You know, just by Naruto's words about his plan, I'll surpass you. But let this be a lesson in teamwork in all kinds of ways. And Bar, I know it's a cliche. I couldn't think of another decent reason. Thank you, Sensei said. Sakura, okay, Team 7 leave, except you, Naruto. I want to talk to you in private. After everyone left, Naruto took Kakashi to his apartment. Sensei, what did you want to talk to me about? How did you learn? Listen, well, you already know about my tenant, right? Yes, I know his tenant well. When I was 6, I was being chased by a giant group of villagers who wanted to kill me. I got Naruto tells the story of how he found the Iris and Scroll and the Kuna Iris and Sakura. Well, I hope you go far in your shinobi career. Thanks, Sensei. So with that, Kakashi left, and Team 7's missions began a few months later. Okay, Scarecrow, in Blossom position, you are in Flower position. In Sun position, you are in Roger position. In Fish position, grab the target. Understood. Naruto jumped on the most horrible demon in the village. Since the KT, the cat, Naruto grabbed the cat and almost ripped its eyes out with his claws. They checked the tape, and seeing that it was there, they dragged the cat back to the mission room. Oh, Tora, I missed you so much. Why do you keep running away? The Danos wife shrieked as she almost strangled the cat until it killed her. If I were the cat, I would run to Naruto. Thought. Now Team S for their next mission. Could you pull some weeds? Walk dogs catch Tora again. Or not, I request a higher rank mission, because these D rank missions do not show the true power of the Uchiha clan. You are just Genin fresh out of the academy. You can't go around asking for this. And that, yes, I can, because I'm one of the great Uchas, very well schooled. To the bridge builder Tsunade, to Namin Kuni to protect him while he finishes a bridge. Tsunade, you can enter now. Agaki's, I'm the great bridge builder. Tsunade, hey, you told me these would be shinobi, not some cowardly children. Don't worry, Tsunade. These are shinobi. Ha, I bet the dark and shadowy lord over there couldn't lift a kunai. At that moment, Sasuke crashed into Tsunade. Don't insult me or my clan. Yes, no, insult Sasuke Kuin, or we will beat you up. Shanari 100th, I feel a little bad. Alright, Team 7, grab your gear and meet at the gate in an hour. Kakashi ordered. Naruto had an hour to get his things ready. Before leaving, he decided to take off his orange Kill Me jumpsuit. He went to Igari's ninja shop because they were the only ones who hadn't kicked him out or sold him faulty weapons. Hey, Naruto, what brings you here? Tintin asked. Finally, I got a mission that takes us out of the village, and I was hoping to get something more than orange. Yes, you definitely need something other than orange, and you don't want to get killed. After half an hour, Naruto was equipped with black ambu-style pants with an orange stripe on each side. He had a black shirt and a black and orange jacket. He also received a Kuna holster and a larger one for his Kuna. In no one but Irika, Kakashi, and the third Kage knew he used. And how much do I owe you? Naruto asked after equipping himself. It will be 700 RO, please. Naruto paid and went to his house to get his scroll with his equipment. He arrived when they did. Sasuke and Sakura, needless to say, they were surprised that he wasn't carrying a bunch of orange. They also noticed that he didn't have a backpack. Naruto, why don't you have a pack? Sakura, Aruno squealed. I already have all my equipment sealed in this scroll, said Naruto. Kakashi arrived minutes later along with Tsunade. Alright, Team 7, move. So Team 7 walked out of the village gates with Tsunade, the bridge builder, drunk. As Team 7 walked, Naruto noticed a puddle on the ground. It hasn't rained in days, man. These ninjas are idiots, thought Naruto. But don't let your guard down, boy. Remember, there are 2 of us. As they advanced, 2 ninjas came out of the puddle and wrapped Kakashi in their chains. One less. As they tore Kakashi to pieces, Kakashi-sensei yelled. Sakura. Naruto immediately knocked down one of the 2 ninjas and tied him up with cables. Sasuke attached the ninja's chain to a tree. He knocked him down like Naruto did and beat him unconscious. After that, Kakashi quickly reappeared to interrogate the ninja. Still conscious, Kakashi realized that the 2 ninja were missing Nin from Kirigakura, the demon siblings Gozu and Meizu. Who is your target? Kakashi asked. Go to the... Okay, we'll do it your way. Too violent for a fanfic. After the ordeal, Gozu suffered severe bruises and had at least 10 broken bones, as well as being mentally scarred, I'll tell you. But don't kill me, we were assigned to kill Tsunade. With that, Kakashi turned to Tsunade. Why did you lie to us? Now, this is at least a high B rank. This is for Chunin and Honing. Below level, sorry, Wave Country right now is Super Pub, and there's a super bad guy named Gatoh. Wait, Gatoh from Gatoh Shipping Company. He himself put his filthy hands on the wave and took control. He kills everyone who gets in his way. You gotta help us, please. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, what do you think, Sensei? With all due respect, I think all together we can kick the ass of whoever dares to come attack the old man. Well, I guess we still will, but Wave, you'll owe us at least a B rank payment. Maybe in a rank payment, depending on who tries to kill you. Thanks, Wave is very grateful for your help. Kakashi sweat dropped at this. As they walked, Naruto heard a rustling in the bushes. He threw a kunai at the sound. Naruto, cow, stop throwing sharp objects at random sound. Sakura yelled. Naruto went to investigate and saw a white rabbit. Wait a minute, a rabbit? Right now, no, it should be white, it should be brown. Kakashi was thinking the same as Naruto. Oops. I think I need to be more careful with my kunai. You almost killed a poor defenseless rabbit, Sakura yelled. Everyone down, Kakashi yelled, as a giant sword flew right where their head should have been. Then a weak Genin team, protecting an old man, This should be easier than I thought. Zabuza, demon of the mist. So I see you know my name. Copy Ninja Kakashi team. 7 stand back and protect the client. Zabuza is mine, said Kakashi as he raised his Itate to reveal. A Sharingan, I Sharingan, where got one of those they thought Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto, and that's how the fight began. Zabuza started it with a Kirigakure no Hutsu, at which Kakashi was stunned since he couldn't see through the foggy kidneys, heart, liver, lung, spine, collarbone, vein, neck, vein, brain, or the options to choose from, said Zabuza from the fog. Kakashi immediately understood and jumped in front of Tsunade to prevent Zabuza's sword from cutting him in half. Zabuza appeared behind Kakashi and threw a kunai at him in the back, only to find out that Kakashi was a shadow clone. Kakashi reappeared behind Zabuza, only to be kicked and thrown into the water. Zabuza used the Chunin behind. Kakashi used the Shirono Hutsu. You can't escape. Kakashi Team 7 take Tsunade and run, protect the client. Zabuza created a Mizu Sin and reactivated his Kirigakure no Jutsu around Naruto, so that the rest of Team 7 couldn't help him. I'll take care of you first, shorty. Naruto responded, throwing a Chunin at Naruto's feet from Zabuza. Zabuza jumped up and saw a yellow flash out of the corner of his eye. Naruto literally kicked Zabuza in the ass to get him to release the Suiro Jutsu. Why, you little runt, Zabuza yelled as he tried to cut Naruto, only for Kakashi to block the sword with a kunai. Kakashi, what the hell have you been teaching him? I swear to Kami, I saw the Kiro again, and not Senko of Konoha. That's the wonder of Naruto. He learned all this on his own. Zabuza yelled, God, maybe he should have gone to your village and instead of being a renegade ninja, stated Zabuza. You can still, Zabuza, sorry, but a job is a job, said Zabuza as he began making the seals for Swait on his udon, only for Kakashi to do the same. 2 giant water dragons emerged from the 2 water dragons who faced each other for dominance until Kakashi used the Swait on Daibakafu on Zabuza. A massive blue vortex of chakra powered water engulfed Zabuza. Zabuza was pinned against a tree after the water vortex giant, and Kakashi held him there with some kunai, but before he could kill Zabuza, a pair of Zon pierced his neck. Kakashi checked Zabuza's pulse. He's dead. He said, Kakashi, thank you for capturing this dangerous missing nin. I appreciate your help, said a hunter nin. And with that, the hunter nin disappeared with Zabuza's body. Kakashi put his Itate back over his eye. He took a step and collapsed. Kakashi sensei. The 3 Genin, shouted the 3 Genin carried Kakashi the rest of the way to Zabuza's house, Tsunade, where Tsunade's daughter Tsunami greeted them and showed them to their rooms. A day later, Kakashi woke up after being unconscious due to chakra exhaustion. Team 7 immediately jumped to his side and asked if he was okay. He said yes, but added something, this you'll freak out, taking Zabuza's body. Instead of disposing of it on the spot, Naruto thought, starting tomorrow, I'll teach you how to climb trees without using your hands. The next day, and I just got rid of the whole dinner thing after climbing the tree with Naruto's outburst. So don't criticize me, it's okay. Everyone climb. And these trees, using their chakra, far away they reached. Then the Genin began to train. Sasuke ran about 20 steps up the tree before he lost control and fell face first to the ground. Sakura managed to reach the top of her branch, and Naruto, who was still playing the role of the idiot that everyone thinks he is, took a step and slipped. While Sakura laughed as Naruto got up from the ground. Oh my god, why did I even try? That a few hours after that, Sakura left. Sasuke approached Naruto and said, Naruto, take off your mask. What mask are you afraid of? Do you know what I'm talking about? No idea. Stop messing around. Okay, dude. Naruto went from his ridiculous mask to what he normally is without his equipment. He adopted a more depressed look and asked, so how did you guess? Sasuke is afraid, judging by how you act and how you treated Sakura when we got our equipment and how smart you were. Something was going on. Sasuke explained with a look before. And you want to know why? Naruto, me, I heard from Sensei that you lost your family. Just like me, I just want to get to know you better. Actually, yeah, I'm being completely honest with you. Well, okay, then, but seriously, why do the villagers look at you like that? I've seen them stare at you, kick you out of their shop, and call you a demon. What the hell is up with that? It's complicated, and it's an S-rank secret. I really want to know. I'm sorry, Sasuke. I can't tell you until I completely trust you. I've been stabbed in the back too many times, figuratively and literal. Then I'll have to earn your trust too. I have a question for you. Why are you such a moron? What you already know before this talk. Or that I hate Sakura because she does nothing but scream at the top of her lungs. Plus the council of idiots would think that you are under your control in case it helps. Thanks for helping us pass that test, said Sasuke with a smile. And yes, you read that right, a smile in this fanfi. I'm changing Sasuke a little so he's not some emo with a stick stuck up his ass, you two, said Naruto with a genuine smile. A few days later, Team 7 minus Naruto went to the bridge to finish the last step of its construction. Suddenly, a dense fog took over them all. Instantly went on guard since they had seen this jutsu before. Okay, we meet again, Kappen Ninja Kakashi and his brother Zabuza Momochi. I thought you were alive, said Kakashi. Let's not waste time now, agreed. Both ninjas jumped towards each other while Sasuke fought against who. Meanwhile, Naruto woke up startled. Hey. They left behind as best they could while ranting. He heard a loud crash and a scream in awe, and as they were tied up by two ex-samurai, Naruto ran down the stairs and threw a Chunin at the two ex-samurai. Stupid kid, did you really think that would work? Of course it won't work. But this, Naruto said as he disappeared in a yellow flash and reappeared behind both ex-samurai with a kunai at their necks. Son of a were the last words of the ex-samurai. As Naruto slit their throats and killed them, he unleashed Tsunade Rear and quickly ran towards the bridge where Kakashi and Zabuza were engaged in combat, while Aku opened a Kano Opus on Sasuke with his Makio Yoso. Just as Hu jumped out of the mirror to make another pass at Sasuke, Naruto kicked him in the face. Konoha's #1 unpredictable ninja is here to save the day. To be continued. List translation: just a Kirigakure, no just to have hidden. Miss Suiro Jutsu Water Prison Jutsu Swan Sewer Udon Water Release Dragon Bullet Water Swade and Daibaka Water Release Great Waterfall Technique Makio and Bear Demonic Ice Mirror Shin Flying Thunder God. Konoha's #1 unpredictable ninja is here to save the day. Curse Naruto, just go save Sasuke, yelled the pink band. Shut your mouth already. I swear if I hear another one, go save Sasuke, I'll kick your ass so hard your kids will feel it. Sasuke yelled from inside the Myoso. Well, that was unexpected. He must hate fangirls more than he thought they thought. Naruto and Kakashi. Naruto looked at the mirror and created 5 kb experimentally. He threw a shuriken at the ice mirror to see what would happen. What happened was that the mysterious Hunter Ninja came out of the mirror and grabbed Naruto's shuriken in midair. When the fake Hunter Ninja did this, Naruto jumped up and kicked the fake Hunter Ninja out of the mirror with an axe. However, the fake Hunter Ninja backhanded Naruto and jumped back into the mirror. Zabuza noticed this and used a wind jutsu to launch Naruto into the ice dome. Ice mirrors. Immediately, Naruto was turning into a human porcupine with all the semen on him. Meanwhile, Kakashi was having trouble finding where Zabuza was in the thick chakra enhanced mist when he heard Naruto and Sasuke's screams of pain. Back to Aku's Maka Yoso, Naruto and Sasuke were desperately trying to avoid the Sem Bon Deke needles. However, they were having no luck as they were so full of needles they looked like human porcupines. As Sasuke dodged them, he started to see the needles in slow motion. Wait, yes, he thought Sasuke in his mind. He had just unlocked his Sharingan, but despite all the value of the Sharingan, he was still too tired and riddled with needles to do anything. He ended up being knocked out with a needle in the neck. Luckily, it wasn't fatal. Naruto noticed that Sasuke fell between attacks. He managed to throw Sasuke out of the mirrors. What is this kid doing? Aku thought as Naruto began to throw strange 3-pointed kunais at Aku's feet during the attacks. Kurama, can you lend me some chakra? I need another way to wear down his mirrors, thought Naruto. Here you go, boy, don't blame me if you lose control, said Kurama. Now you thought you had speed. Let me show you true speed, said Naruto. While he was covered in a layer of red chakra, he disappeared in a yellow flash and began to attack Aku's mirrors so fast that they began to wear down from Kurama's chakra outside of the mirrors. All Sakura saw outside of the Myo Yoso were flashes of yellow light. It must be Sasuke, Chunin. It's so amazing, Sakura screamed in her mind back inside. Impossible, it's wearing down my mirrors. This can't be happening. It shouldn't be happening, thought Who. Finally, when all the chakra had been used up, used Makio Yoso. The real Aku had to jump out of the mirrors fearing for his life. Naruto then knocked out Aku with a Byalu enhanced punch to the face. Sakura looked over to where Naruto was standing over Aku with an unconscious Sasuke a few feet away. Naruto, what have you done to Sasuke? Chunin asked Sakura. Hush, he screamed at the howler monkey's mouth. I did nothing, answered Naruto. Meanwhile, Kakashi had Zabuza trapped by his dog. Summoned some last words. Miss Demon asked Kakashi. Zabuza didn't answer and spit at him. Very well, said Kakashi while preparing a Raikiri. But before he could do it, Zabuza was shot from behind with an arrow. You're not that tough anymore, baby. Miss Demon, said Gatoh with a sneer. Zabuza cursed Gatoh. But before dying, he asked Kakashi to take Aqua Konoha with you. He will have a better life there. I will try, Zabuza. I will try, replied Kakashi with a sad look. Even though Zabuza was an enemy, Kakashi still felt bad for him, since he did not die by an honorable death in battle. but by a B blow from a third party. At that moment, Naruto saw what happened and prepared to eliminate Gatoh's army of thugs. Naruto through Kunai Irison while using the Kunai Kai Bunin to make 50 Kunai. The Kunai landed between the feet of the bandits and thugs. How the little weakling is so weak that he can't hit us even with a kunai, the bandits shouted with joy. At that moment, an arrow fell in front of them. The bandits saw Inari and the entire village behind him with pitchforks and other weapons. Even an old man held a cane in a threatening manner. We will teach you not to interfere with others, they shouted. The villagers are all weak. Villagers, destroy them all, and you will receive double the pay, shouted Gatoh. The bandits shouted with joy and raised their weapons. Step aside, Naruto told the villagers as a red layer of chakra formed around them. I'll take care of this trash. The villagers and Sakura could only watch in shock as Naruto disappeared in a yellow flash and completely annihilated Gatoh's gang of thugs in a matter of seconds. He was now standing right in front of Gatoh with a kunai inches from Gatoh's face. Don't kill me. I'll give you money, land, power, women, whatever, but don't kill me. Gatoh moaned. Naruto asked something. That's it. Whatever, said Gatoh, relieved. Then bring back all the villagers you killed already, Zabuza. If you do this, I will let you live, said Naruto in a demonic voice. He even looked demonic as his clothes were covered in blood, as well as having a layer of demonic red chakra. I can't do that, said Gatoh in a voice full of fear. What a pity, you will die here now, roared Naruto as he stabbed the kunai up to the hilt into Gatoh's stomach, then ripped it upwards through the ribcage, the throat, etc. of Gatoh, and literally tore him apart in a shower of blood and guts. Everyone was in shock. Even Suku had just woken up to the pleasant sight of blood and guts. It was at that moment when Naruto regained control. Oh my god, what have I done? Naruto screamed after seeing what he did before collapsing. After a few minutes of silence, the villagers realized that Gatoh was dead and began to celebrate his death. Team 7, Tsuna and Inari were going to take Naruto back to Tsuna's house, but Naruto was gone. Naruto woke up the next day and remembered the events of the previous day. You're awake, said a hooded man. Where am I? Asked Naruto, trying to see the face of the man. In my tent, replied the man, denying Naruto to see his face. Who are you? Asked Naruto. Someone you will either love or hate, as it was the only thing Sukuna was carrying and standard to the rustling bushes along the path to Namin Kuni. Where did get that from? The man yelled in surprise. It's none of your business, replied Naruto. Sorry. It's just that the fact that I made those kunai makes it my business, don't you think so? Said the man. Wait, yes, you made the kunai, Yondaime, yelled Naruto, surprised, but you're supposed to be dead, you're a ghost. Laughing, the man removed his hood to show Yondaime. Minato, Amic, no, Naruto, I'm not a ghost. I honestly thought I was supposed to be dead too. The story Kami told me when he revived me was that he told the Shinigami flashback. No, Hutsu, you better send him, Minato, to my court. Since you don't, does he deserve any punishment? Or else, Kami told the Shinigami. Why should he do it? He made the contract, answered the Shinigami. I will ask you one more time, will you send Minato to my court? Asked Kami in a dangerous tone. I refuse, said the Shinigami. Then you leave me no other choice, said Kami, as he took Minato's soul from the Shinagara's stomach, as they began a childish fight for the soul. Who knew that gods were like children? Both deities lost their control when Minato's soul fell from the court of Ci to northwest of Akor, where he took the form of Minato. You idiot, look what you've done, the Shinigami shouted. It's not my fault. I warned you, said Kami with a smile. Although this will be interesting, I propose a deal. If Naruto hates his father Minato, you can keep Minato's soul. When he dies, if Naruto loves his father, then I can take Minato's soul to my court. Deal, said the Shinigami flashback. Without Jutsu Kai back to where Minato was with Naruto. And that's the story. Wow, so you're my father? He asked Naruto with a deathly calm voice. Yes, Naruto. I am the Yondaime, the man who sealed the Kyuubi in you, as well as your father, Minato said in a sad voice as he felt Naruto deserved to learn everything. Naruto responded by punching Minato in the stomach as hard as he could. In the court of Kamija, I win, he shouted happily. The Shinigami, wait, it's not over yet, said Kami. Back in the elemental nations, Naruto punched Minato in the stomach as hard as he could, and then hugged him as he said, why the hell did you seal the Kyuubi in your own son? Why, Naruto asked. Minato hugged Naruto and replied, I'm sorry, Naruto, really I'm sorry, but I couldn't ask any father to give up his son. Right, it's okay, Dad, I forgive you, just don't leave me alone again. So Naruto, I will, and I will never break my word, said Minato. Back in Kami's court, how I win, yelled Kami. With joy, the Shinigami replied, yelling curses. Back in the elemental nations, "So what do you do now, Dad?" Naruto asked. "I should probably hide my appearance since I don't want to draw a crowd. Besides, tell me, Naruto, the villagers honored my last wish," asked Minato. "If by last wish you mean telling the anuses to beat me to near death every day until I was 10, then yes, they granted your wish," said Naruto grimly. Minato had a look of utter shock and horror, which was replaced by enough anger and rage to make even Uchi Madara shit his pants. "What did they do?" Minato roared. "Yes, that's what they did," said Naruto. "Then I'll go to the village with my appearance revealed and see what they think about it," said Minato with a barely controlled rage. And also, who is your sense?" And Naruto attacked Kakashi. "Is chronically late. Horrible excuses. You already had my student, but horrible excuses. And being late, interesting," said Minato. "Yes," Naruto replied. "Let's go back to the bridge," said Minato. "Actually, Dad, let's go to the village where I'm staying," said Naruto. "Okay, give me a second. I have to change," said Minato. As he went to get changed, Minato came back a few minutes later in his Yondu Okage outfit. "Come on," said Minato. They arrived at the village just before the rest of Team 7 left. Sasuke turned around, saw Minato. He turned pale and said a ghost before launching himself behind Kakashi. "In bar, Sasuke will be a little okay in this fan fight," said Kakashi as he turned and saw Minato and Naruto. "It's been a long time since we saw each other, Kakashi," said Minato with a smile. "Hey, ghost," said Kakashi, paling. The Yondaime said Sakura. "Yes," trained Sasuke. "Then Sasuke will be invincible," thought Sakura. With a screech, "No, Kakashi, I'm alive," said Minato as he formed a Rasengan in his palm as proof. "How are you alive?" Kakashi shouted. Minato proceeded to tell the same story. He told Naruto, "I see, it's an interesting story, Sensei." "Oh, hello, Naruto," Naruto replied with an annoyed look. "Now, let's go back to the village where we have something to settle with him," said Minato with an evil smile. "It's the first time I've seen him with that smile. I almost feel sorry for those villagers." The key word, key, thought Kakashi. The next day, Team 7 and Minato were preparing to leave. The villagers stopped them at the bridge before they left. "Then you really have to go, Nari. I'm sorry, but I have a duty to my village," Naruto replied. "I'll miss you, Suzoi Naribi," I said. "I wouldn't cry. Don't worry, Yari, cry while you're happy. It's a good thing," Naruto said. "All of you saved this village." "And Anam Kuni, thank you," said Tazuna. "Seriously, well, we have to go see you," said Naruto. After the Team 7 left, the villagers started to argue what to name the bridge. "Let's call it the super bridge of surf," said Tazuna. "Tsunami hit him in the head with a frying pan." "Let's not call it the great bridge," Naruto yelled. "Inari." To which all the villagers started to cheer. Team SI and Minato arrived at the gates of Konoha. The two Chunin guards asked Team E the ghost of the Yondaime. Kakashi answered. Team 7 returning from a CA rank mission ascended to a rank mission due to Momochi's Zabuza's interference. The guards did the only thing they could do. They passed out. Minato chuckled and walked with Team 7 to the cashier's office. "Hello, Team 7. And what the hell did Sarutobi say?" "Hello, Sarutobi," Minato snapped. "Tell me how my son was treated here." You see," Sarutobi said before Minato interrupted him. "Keep it to yourself. You're not strong enough to be Okage. The civilian council has you under their control. I'll show them what is another meaning of Okage. I'll get my position back, okay?" He asked Minato with a dangerous tone. "See clearo and have fun with the paperwork," joked Sarutobi, trying to lighten the mood. "Stationary. I solved that problem when I first took the hat," said Minato with a smile. "And tell me," begged Sarutobi. Considering how well you carried out my request, I won't let you solve it and call the council for a meeting. I have a surprise in store," said Minato with an evil smile. "Hello, Yondaime-sama," said the secretary, who surprisingly remained calm. A few hours later, "What does this mean? Why we have been summoned to a meeting?" Okage-sama asked the civilian counselor. "Then who gave you the right to question the orders of the cage?" asked Minato with a deadly tone. "His chair is far from the council. Wait, aren't you Andam-sama?" Asha, "You are right. I am not the Sandaime. I am the Yondaime," said Minato, while turning his chair. "Impossible. The Yondaime died years ago," shouted a pink-haired civilian counselor named Sayu or Runo. Minato answered, using Awesome to teleport behind the woman. "Any other questions?" asked Minato, seeing a bunch of heads shaking. He said, "Now I have called you here to ask why you did not follow my final order to treat the boy like a hero." "What boy?" asked K, in which the QB is why he was beaten every day of his life until he was 10 years old, yelled Minato. "Oh," said Sayu with disgust, "you mean the fox is evil, so we treat him like we treat all other evil beings. Tell me why you called my son that," said Minato. "You, your son," said "Yes, my son," answered Minato with a mocking smile. The entire council was shocked, to say the least. "That demon is not your son. He corrupted you. We will take care of him like we did with the previous demon," shrieked Sayu. "Who did you take care of?" yelled Minato. "The previous demon prostitute, the one with long red hair, like a demon," said Sayu smugly. "It's a shame. She didn't die and is still in a coma." At this, Minato shuddered with rage, then yelled, "Ambu, take Sayu or Runo," with like Ano. I want all the information. She knows what not you could do that I'm part of the council, shouted Sai. I don't give a what you're part of, because from now on the civil council no longer exists. If you're not a shinobi, get out. That includes you, Danza Koreamura. We are the council. You will obey the will of the council, said a fat and pompous councilman. Betrayal attempted to subjugate Okage Ambu, execute her. Ambu quickly decapitated the man and took out the entire civil council, except Sayur Runo, who was taken to the torture and interrogation division. Any more questions, asked Minato. No, sir, replied the shinobi council. An hour later, Minato withdrew, everyone's sense honing for a meeting. Needless to say, everyone was shocked to see Minato. This meeting was called to see who wants to enter their team in the Chunin exam, said Minato. I attack Kakashi Nino to Team S to participate in the Chunin exam, said Kakashi. I and Kurenai Nino to Team O to participate in the Chunin exam, said Kurenai. I Sarat Sua Nino to Team 10 to participate in the IN exam, said Asuma. Some other honings also nominated their teams. Very well, here are your forms, now go, said Minato Irika. He had nothing to say, because he knew that Naruto would have no problems in the Chunin exams. The next day, Kakashi called Team 7 for a meeting. Well, everyone, take these forms are for the tuning exams that will be held in a week. I am nominating you. Hand in these forms in room 301 of the academy. If you want to take the exam, said Kakashi with a smile in his eyes. One step closer to Okage, yelled Naruto, keeping his idiot mask. Growled Sasuke. Inside a chibi, Sasuke was jumping for joy. Anyways, it's all thanks to Sasuke. Chunin, yelled Sakura. The other members of Team 7 sweat dropped at Sakura's idiocy. A few days later, Naruto was training like crazy at the Namek Mansion training camp. Minato walked in and was shocked to see Naruto there. Naruto, how did you get in here? Minato asked. Naruto replied, telling him the story of how he got here there, except the Irison part. Read the prologue. Well, it wasn't how I expected. You'll find it, said Minato. And by the way, I want to see your skills, please. Okay, Tsunade. Here I go, said Naruto. Started with taijutsu. He used a modified version of the academy's taijutsu style that he adapted to his use. He actually knew another style that would be revealed during the exams. Impressive, adapting the academy style to your own use. Now, let's move on to Jinjutsu, said Minato. I'm sorry, Dad, but I'm bad at Jinjutsu. I can escape from it, but not I can do it, said Naruto. Well, in that case, let's move on to ninjutsu, said Minato, not knowing the surprise that awaited him. Naruto threw 5 Chunin at a group of training dummies while shouting Kuna and Kai Bunin to multiply the 5 kunai by 50 kunai. Minato saw the kunai and thought, no way, he could. Naruto. Then he said Irison no jutsu and disappeared. When he reappeared, all the training dummies had fatal kunai wounds on the neck, head, etc. What the hell? How did you learn to do? Minato asked. Naruto told Minato the story of how he learned Ellen with the help of the Kyuubi. Surprisingly, Minato had no ill will towards the Kyuubi. Do you know any other ninjutsu? Minato asked. Naruto did the Kai Bunin and the Tajikai Bunin. He also did the In and the Kawarimi, then decided to show his father what he was like outside of his idiot form, as he called it. He gathered a ton of chakra, then yelled Kai, and there was a big puff of smoke. Naruto appeared in his true form. He was about 1.68 m tall and had black hair like Minato's. He wore black Amba-style shinobi pants, as well as a tight black shirt. He wore a black combat vest similar to a Chunin vest. He wore black shinobi sandals, as well as a sword strapped to his back in a nondescript sheath. Minato could easily tell that Naruto was muscular, but more like a runner. He had muscles, but not bulky muscles. Tone was a good word to describe him. Now let me show you some of the other ninjutsu. I know, said Naruto, as he used the shuriken Kai Bunin into a shadow clone. As soon as the shuriken hit the clone, it detonated. Bun Sinda Ibua thought. Minato, let me show you my masterpiece. A jutsu that shinobi think is impossible, said Naruto. What could it be? Thought Minato. Naruto made a long series of hand signs and then shouted Futon Hunt Udon. As he said this, a dragon made of pure wind blades appeared, launching itself towards the training dummies at speeds rivaling Iron's, and literally tore them all apart, training dummies into little specks. Kami's mother said Minato, the entire training dojo had been smashed. Everything that wasn't screwed down had turned into little specks. The things that were screwed down had many deep cut marks. The downside to this jutsu is that it required a lot of chakra, Naruto said before collapsing. Naruto, if you can control your chakra as well as a honing, you should be able to throw 2 of these before passing out. Based on what it did, I'm labeling it as a S-rank forbidden jutsu that will be added to the forbidden scroll when you reveal it. Minato said, my son is a genius. He is 13 years old and he has already done S-rank jutsu, and it also requires so much chakra that a Sharingan user couldn't steal it. Minato thought with joy. However, Naruto was passed out the day before the Chunin exams. Naruto was walking through the city when he noticed a rock following him. Can you get out? And by the way, rocks aren't square, said Naruto Returning to his idiot form, a puff of smoke appeared, and was heard cough again. We used too much Vora then. Who are you? Asked Naruto. I'm Moegi, the most daring kunoichi of the academy. I'm Udon and I love math. And I'm Konohamaru, the future Okage, and also the grandson of the Sandaime. Together we are the core of Konohamaru, shouted the three children, adopting a strange pose. Sure. And by the way, Konohamaru, if you want to become Okage, you'll have to work hard because there are no shortcuts. Also, you shouldn't label yourself as a target, shouting that you are the grandson of the Sandaime. Naruto said, oh. And by the way, if you want Okage, you'll have to beat me first, Naruto said. Then he left. Konohamaru looked at Naruto with respect. He was the first to recognize him as Konohamaru and not as his honorable grandson. The next day, Team 7 was right outside the academy where the written exam would be held. Ready, guys? Let's go, said Naruto. All right, guys, let's go, said Naruto. As Team 7 entered the academy, they came across a boy dressed in green licora who said, please leave us pass, but was greeted with a setback. It's a jinja to just walk to the next floor. Naruto whispered to his team, understood, said Sasuke, and walked with Naruto. Sakura followed him like an obedient dog. He it's time for us to go, said a boy wearing a brown abri and had white eyes with no pupils. I understand, Niji said Tintin. They walked until room 301 when Kakashi appeared and told them what would happen if one of them decided not to take the exams. What problem, Naruto? Will you take this thing too? He asked Shikamaru. Yes, Naruto answered. They both turned around and saw Ino and Sakura fighting over Sasuke. Hey, it seems the whole gang is here, yelled Kiba. H and Naruto, Kuin muttered Inada. So you guys are rookies? Asked a silver-haired man dressed in purple. Yes, Naruto yelled. Well, these exams aren't easy. It's the 7th time I've taken them. However, the good thing is that I managed to create some ninja information cards for all the participants. Does anyone want to know anything about it? Subaka and Gaara, said Naruto. Gaara, let's see. Wow, this guy did 8 C rank attacks and 1 B rank attack. The weird thing is that he came out of them without a single wound, said Kabuto. But he's not better than Sasuke. Kuin yelled. Sakura and didn't support her. Agaki, shut your mouth and go to your assigned seat, said a man wearing a black trench coat. Everyone sat down in their seats as quickly as they could. My name is Marino and Vicky, and I'm your proctor for the first part of the Chunin exams. You'll now be taking a written exam. Cheating will not be tolerated. Anyone who cheats 5 times will be eliminated from this exam. If they fail, their team will also fail. In addition, they will have 10 points. Each failed question is equivalent to -1 point. Understood? Now they begin, yelled Abiki. In the written exam, Sasuke cheated with his Sharingan. Nei and Nada used their Bakugans. Shikamaru improvised in the last. Sakura, who was the brainiac, did not cheat and did not possess Sakura and passed the answers to Choji, and Tintin used mirrors to get the answers and transmit them to Rival Time. Now for those of you who are still here before the 10th question, do you want to continue? If you do, be careful. If you don't fulfill it, you will remain Genin forever, said Abiki with some murderous intent here. Filtering several teams immediately whimpered and cowered. I will do your damn exam, even if I have to become Okage of Genin, shouted Naruto. That's your answer? Asked Ivik threateningly. Curse, right? It is, shouted Naruto. Then you pass, said Ivik with a smile. Then he explains the objective of the first part of the Chunin exams. The next part will be administered by. They were interrupted when a black ball went through a window and unfolded to show a poster with a woman with black hair in front of it. The poster said the supervisor of part 2 of the Chunin exams, the sexy and single Han Commodore, liked that she was wearing a fishnet shirt, a mini skirt, and a cinnamon-colored trench coat. If it weren't for the trench coat, it would be a walking paradise of a checha. Anko, you're on time, said Abiki with a surprised expression. Be very well, worms. Follow me to the location of the second exams, yelled Anko. Now identified the Genins. Followed Anko to the site of the second part of the Chunin exams. Very well, worms. This is known as the Forest of Death, says Anko, and proceeds to explain the rules of the second stage. Very well, boys. I say we hit them hard. Let's take a scroll and head to the tower. We're going to need a heaven scroll, said Naruto. That's fine for you and Dub, said Sasuke with a smile. Okay, Sasuke, said Sakura, the ever-loyal fan. A fan 3, 2, 1, begin, yelled Anko, thus beginning the second stage of the Chunin exams. An hour after leaving through the door, Team 7 encountered a team of Kiri. Naruto eliminated the team without hesitation. He, needless to say, Sakura was shocked. You are a cruel person. How could you kill like that? Sakura yelled. I don't think you're fit to be a shinobi. Then if you can't handle that, you're not fit to be a shinobi, living in your sheltered life under your mom and dad, Sasuke. And I have lived much worse than you. I never had a family. I lived on the streets for a year when the orphanage kicked me out at age. For Sasuke, lost his entire family when he was 7. What did you lose? Naruto asked. Yeah, right, you're just saying that to make yourself look cooler, Sasuke, said the pink-haired idiot. Is telling the truth. Now shut up, Bance, shouted Sasuke. Naruto has cursed you. I'll tell my mom about this. She's on the council, which makes her all-powerful, shouted Sakura. Sasuke growled and knocked her unconscious with a blow to the neck. You must have been horrible playing the emo idiot team, said Naruto with a smile. Shut up, Tobe, replied Sasuke with a smile. Team 7 continued with the agreed plan with an unconscious Sakura that Naruto had a shadow clone carry. They were an hour away from the tower when a Kusa ninja jumped, summoned a snake, and sent Naruto flying to fight. Continues the same way as in the manga, only with an unconscious Sakura and Barasari. But I'm too lazy to write the part where Orochimaru bites Sasuke. Naruto walked back to see an unconscious Sasuke with a 3-tomo seal on his neck. Be the pedophile caught him, Naruto yelled in his mind. He set up camp and placed a coma seal on Sakura. What the coma seal did was keep an unconscious person unconscious until the seal was removed. Naruto set up camp, put his unconscious teammates in a makeshift tent he made, and made shadow clones to keep watch. The next morning, Naruto woke up to the sound of a puff. As one of his shadow clones was eliminated, he saw an Odo ninja with a tan shirt that had the word death written on it in a row, another Odo shinobi who looked like ammonia, and an Odo kunoichi who was wearing a tan shirt and Odo camouflage boots. Hey, where is the Yukiya, said the man with death. I am Zakbo, my Yil, I challenge him. I am Dosu, and I challenge him too, said the mummy man. I am Kin, and I challenge the pink-haired Avens of your team, said the kunoichi, wearing camouflage pants. Wait, how did you know about the pink-haired band, asked Naruto. We heard her squeal and saw her pink hair before the second stage started, said, oh, well, if you want to get a Sasuke, you'll have to get through me first. Naruto yelled, all right, guys, we'll take care of the shrimps here, and then we'll take care of the Yukiya, said Dosu. You shouldn't be so hasty in taking me down, said Naruto, because it might backfire on you. Futon hunt you down, Naruto yelled, as a dragon made of wind blades materialized behind him and lunged towards the hapless Odo trio, who were mercilessly torn apart by the wind blades. Naruto fell to his knees due to the exhaustion the jutsu caused him. Even with his incredible amounts of chakra, Kurama, can you recharge my chakra? I'll need it to get my comrades to the tower, Naruto said to Kyuubi and Bar. I will refer to Kyuubi as Kurama when Naruto talks to him, but otherwise I will refer to him as Kyuubi, of course, kid. After all, a weak container would turn me into the laughing stock of the Biju world. Something I don't want, he said Kyuubi while recharging Naruto's chakra. Naruto picked up his 2 teammates and headed towards the tower, managed to get there without problems, woke up Sasuke, who went a little crazy with Orochimaru's seal on him, but Naruto was able to control him. Then he removed the coma seal from Sakura, which woke her up, told her to shut up, and let him talk. He and a now sane Sasuke opened both scrolls, which began to smoke. Sasuke throws the scrolls, Naruto shouted as he and Sasuke threw the scrolls. A cloud of smoke appeared, and from the smoke appeared Iruka. Iruka-sensei was a supervisor, asked Naruto. In a way, I'm more of a countermeasure in case they opened the scrolls early. If they had done so, I would have left them unconscious until the end of the second stage, said Iruka. Well, now you will have about 4 days to rest before the third stage begins, because you were the second team to arrive. Who was the first, asked Sasuke. Those guys from Suna arrived at night on the first day. They are bastards, very fast, said Iruka. So Team 7 rested for the next 4 days and watched as other teams managed to enter. Sasuke also got his curse mark sealed on the last day. As soon as time was up, all the teams that managed to get in were called to the combat field. All the sensei were there, as well as the Sandaime. Minato told all the council members that his return would be kept a secret until the third stage of the Chunin exam. Sarutobi explained to the Genins on the third stage and the preliminaries, of which 8 Gecko took control, and resumed the explanation, asked if anyone wanted to quit, and a Rain Ninja quit, claiming chakra exhaustion. Okay, open the giant screen, said I. 8 2 parts of the wall opened, and a giant screen appeared. First match, Yukiya Sasuke versus Akato Yoro, and as the two began to fight, Sasuke noticed his chakra was slowly running out. He jumped back and used Katon Gakek Uno Jutsu to send a fireball to Yoro and jumped to the side and avoided the fireball, but Sasuke knocked him out with a blow to the neck and used the fireball as a distraction. Second match, Aburame Shino versus Ataru Shinji. The match was rather one-sided, as Poramin couldn't defend himself against Shino's Kika Chu. Third match, Tsurugi Misumi versus Kankuro. Misumi started the match by constricting Kankuro with his gonna body. Misumi tried to get Kankuro to submit, but Kankuro refused, so Misumi broke his neck. Actually, all Misumi broke was his neck, the neck of a puppet, who proceeded to knock out Misumi with a gas. Fourth match, Yamanaka Ino versus Aruno Sakura. The match was a joke, as it was more of a cat fight with some occasional punches. It ended with both contenders knocked out. Fifth match, Tenten versus Temari, and the match started with Tenten throwing all sorts of sharp throwing objects at Temari, who returned them with a Kamachi from her Iron Fan. Tenten growled and used her trump card Sosuru, which also failed as Temari simply blew her away all weapons and cut down Tenten with his wind mixed with chakra. Tenten fell and landed on Temari's fan. Rogel tried to avenge Tenten's defeat, but Gay quickly interrupted him. The match started with Tenten throwing all kinds of sharp objects at Temari, who returned them with a Kamachi from her Iron Fan. Tenten growled and used his trump card Sosuru, which also failed as Temari simply blew all of Tenten's weapons away and cut Tenten with her wind mixed with chakra. Tenten fell and landed on Temari's fan. Rogel tried to avenge Tenten's defeat, but Guy quickly interrupted him. Sixth match, Nara Shikamaru versus Ikari. Shisai. The match started with a shower of Senbon, but Shikamaru took advantage of the Senbon shadows and caught Shi with his cage main, then proceeded to throw a shuriken, which Sahi also did, but Shikamaru ducked while Sahi crashed into the wall and knocked him unconscious. Seventh match, Uzumaki Naruto versus Inazuka Kiba. Yahua Kamaru, the easiest match for us, he shouted happily. Kiba, don't dismiss me too soon. Kiba replied. Naruto, hey Kakashi, want to make a bet my student against yours? He asked Kurenai. No problem, my student will win, said Kakashi with a smile in his eyes. Okay, if Kiba wins, I will burn those books for not called a Checha, said Kurenai. Okay, but if Naruto wins, you will have to buy me another set of my books, said Kakashi. Deal. They both said. The fight began. Kiba immediately began with a TGA that nailed Naruto in the chest. Haha, you are no match for me, Tobe. Don't even use your Kamaru surrounded himself. Kiba on the railing. It seems that Kakashi one, said Karina, and with a smile, guess again, answered Kakashi on the field. Gosh, that's all you got if you're trying to be a mosquito. Then good job, Naruto said as he walked away unharmed. Jero, you can't beat me, Tobe, yelled Kiba as he threw a smoke bomb and joined Kamaru as they launched themselves at a Gatsa. Naruto skillfully dodged all the shots and used a futon de topa to push the smoke away. Angry Kiba gave Kamaru a soldier pill and launched himself at a more powerful Gatsa. Naruto moved out of the way. The Gatsa ended up crashing into a wall, stopping its spinning motion and crushing it. That's all you got. Now it's my turn, futon Rankin, yelled Naruto as he inhaled and sent a trio of air bullets towards Kiba, who was still trapped in the wall. The 3 air bullets hit Kiba and Aru, knocking them unconscious. Shausa Uzumaki Naruto yelled at Yate on the railing. What the hell have you been teaching him, Kakashi? How to turn an ultimate into that? Karina yelled, angry at losing the bet. Kakashi smirked and said, I didn't teach him any of those moves. He's been hiding his skills. Oh, and my collection has 200 books. Karina, I hope you don't screw up. Eighth match, Yuga Hinata versus Yugon Jinji gave his fate speech, which discouraged Hinata. Seeing that Hinata was on the verge of tears, Naruto yelled at her not to give up and that he believed in her. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough for Hinata to win. NEI defeated Hinata and went on to tell her that losers like her and Naruto were always destined to lose. NEI was stopped by the Jounins before he could kill Hinata. TCH, treatment typical of the main family, said Niji. You're wrong, Niji. Look behind you, said Gay. Niji turned around and saw Naruto with a standard kunai inches from his neck. Naruto was being held by Kakashi. Ninth match, R versus Gaara. Lee had a speed advantage, but it wasn't enough. Lee resorted to his trump card. The Ichiman opened the 5th gate and knocked Gaara out. It wasn't enough to defeat Gaara. Lee ended up losing the match with one arm and one leg crushed. 10th match, Akimichi Chui versus Yuzi Kabuto. Kabuto called Chui fat several times, which is basically a death wish. Surprise, Kabuto ended up destroyed by a Nikkei Sen's enhanced with kunai. The doctors examined Kabuto, who was seriously injured, and 8 ended the fight. Well, now let's do the numbers to see who we will fight in the finals, said Anko. The Genin did the numbers, and the results were match 1, Uzumaki Naruto versus NEA, match 2, Uchi Sasuke versus Gaara, match 3, Aburame Shino versus Kankuro, match 4, AR Shikamaru versus Temari, match 5, Miles Chui vs winner of match 4. Here are the matchups. You will have a month to prepare for your match. Good luck, everyone, said Saratobi in the hospital. Kakashi-sensei, can you train me for the Chunin exams, asked Naruto. I'm not training Sasuke. I'm sorry, said Kakashi. Can you at least give me a scroll to help me with what I'm lacking, asked Naruto again. I'm sorry, I really need to help Sasuke. I don't have time to do it. He's facing a powerful opponent and then I think of the fact that you used iron was a fluke. You don't have the chakra control needed to do anything but brute force. It's so bad you can't even do a Jinjutsu. I keep thinking that if I train you, you'll just waste my time, said Kakashi. Then you're pushing me away too. I'm facing last year's rookie and someone who could kill me. You're just like the villagers, always looking out for their golden child. Yukiya, said Naruto with venom I thought if you couldn't train me at least. You could give me a scroll or something from what to learn, but I guess the demon brat doesn't deserve it. I'm sorry for everything I said about you being a sense and decent attack, Naruto. Wait, said Kakashi. But it was too late. Naruto walked away with a Chunin and a flash of lightning. I hope he forgives me, thought Kakashi. Naruto walked with Chunin into the Okage office where his father was busy doing paperwork. This is an evil worse than the QB, said Minato. What, Tsunade, asked Naruto. Papers, yelled Minato. I thought you said you had a solution, Naruto asked. He didn't just want to torment the Tsunade, Minato said. Oh, because I just thought of a really good solution for that, Naruto said. What, Minato? Stole using pupae ys. No Hutsu. Naruto's sweat dropped at the sight of possibly the most powerful man in the elemental nations on his knees and begging 2 words to Senkoven. Naruto said. Minato silently walked over to the wall and began banging his head against it while muttering stupid over and over a dad. Is there something else I wanted to talk to you, said Naruto. Shoot, said Minato. Naruto proceeded to tell him what happened in the hospital with Kakashi. Hearing this, Minato got angry. I thought I had taught him not to have favorites. It is very clear that this is not an apartment to teach. Favoring one student over the others will not be tolerated here, said Minato angrily. I will talk to him after the exams. Oh, and Naruto, go to the hot springs. You should find a man with long white hair. He will train you for the Chunin exams from long white hair. You mean Jiraiya of the Sannin Arrow Sennin, asked Naruto. Minato burst out laughing, hearing his son call out to Jiraiya. Arrow Sennin, regaining his composure. He said, yes, Jiraiya of the Sannin he is your godfather, and will teach you my other precious jutsu. I know you're ready, but don't let all this power go to your head, Minato said. I got it, Dad, Naruto said as he headed to the hot springs. He wasn't surprised at all when Minato told him that Jiraiya was his godfather. Why would a Sannin take someone like him on a trip? 2 years training when he was 10, said. Sannin also told him to leave a heavily reinforced Chunin, so no one would think Naruto was missing. Naruto arrived at the hot springs and saw Jiraiya doing some shameless research. Naruto calmly walked up, stood behind Jiraiya, and said, Kid in Taijutsu Sennin Goroshi, sending Jiraiya flying up and into the hot springs. Moments later, pervert screams and female shrieks of pain. A few minutes later, Jiraiya, badly bruised, he flew off and landed in a heap. Naruto healed Jiraiya using the Shosen Jutsu. Jiraiya stood up moments later. Bigaki, that hurt, said Jiraiya. Sorry, godfather, but that was hilarious, said Naruto, laughing heartily. Wait, how did you know? Jiraiya asked in obvious surprise. Dad told me he said Naruto is alive, yelled Jiraiya. Yes, from Namin Kuni's mission. He said. Naruto said he would teach me his other precious jutsu. That's what I'll do first. It's called a Rasengan. And second, let me go get some water balloons, and we'll go from there, he said. Jiraiya, as he left, I understand, Arrow Sennin, said Naruto. Half an hour later, Jiraiya came back with a bunch of balloons. Some were water balloons, and others were rubber balls. Okay, Naruto, what I want you to do is pop this water balloon like that, said Jiraiya. As he popped a water balloon, use your chakra to spin the water and make it explode. From what Naruto observed, he noticed that Jiraiya was spinning the water in many directions. Naruto took a water balloon and spun it the same way Jiraiya did. The water balloon water exploded with a splash. No way, it took me weeks to do that, yelled Jiraiya. Remember, I'm retaining all aspects of my skills. When you know how to do medical ninjutsu, you tend to be able to use your chakra. Very well stated, Naruto. Well, I forgot you won that bet against Tsunade on our training trip 2 years ago, said Jiraiya. Flashback in Hutsu. 10-year-old Naruto was walking with Jiraiya. They arrived at Tanzakura, known as players there. They found Tsunade in bar. Happens what same when they leave, only that Naruto tries the futon Seryudon. They proceeded to make a bet if Naruto managed to create a complete futon cure, Udon Tsunade would train him in chakra control. However, she would not return to the village. A week later, Naruto demonstrated his complete futon Seryudon, surprising everyone who looked at him. Tsunade fulfilled his part of the and trained Naruto for 2 years. That was where he spent his 2 years. Flashback in Jutsukai. Good times. Too bad Tsunade Deem has not returned with, we said Jiraiya. Well, the next part is to pop this rubber ball the same way you pop the water balloon. The rubber is harder, so you will need strength. So asked Naruto while popping the balloon. Yes, like that, said Jiraiya, surprised. Well, the last part is not to pop this balloon. This part, take control, said Jiraiya. This time, Naruto couldn't do it as fast as the other times. He and Jiraiya decided it was time to end. The next day, Naruto informed Jiraiya about his own training plans. He told Jiraiya that he planned to master the Rasengan and try to take the IR without one step further for the next month. Besides eating and sleeping, Naruto trained trying to master the Rasengan and trying to take the IR without one step further. 2 weeks passed, and Naruto was finally able to form a perfect Rasengan. He took a day off from training and decided to visit Hinata in the hospital. At the hospital, Naruto walked into Hinata's room, where she was still recovering. "Hi, Hinata, how are you?" asked Naruto. "Naruto-kun is in my hospital room and asked me how I am," Hinata thought. "Well, Naruto-kun, the doctors say I will be out in a few days," said Hinata. "That is good to know. Wait until the Chunin exams. I will show the world how strong I am," said Naruto. "See, I believe in you." "In Naruto-kun, good luck with whatever you are training," said Hinata. "Yes, you too, I'm going," said Naruto. Leaving the hospital, Naruto returned to the training dojo in the underground properties of Namek. He continued working to take Irisin to the next level. However, he realized that it would take him more time than he had to prepare. He decided to make a version without using the kunai for the Chunin exams. The day before the Chunin exam finals, he finally did it. "I am very proud of you, son. You managed to do something that I could never do," said Minato happily. "I hope you tell me how to do this too." "Of course, Dad. After all, you were the one who invented this technique," said Naruto, happy to have completed his next step of Irisin. "Okay, son, during the Chunin exams, I want you to not hold anything back. If we show our power, the missions will come to us. Go ahead, use the Irisin. I know, it must have been horrible to play the role of the idiot. So now is your chance to show everyone what they neglected. Besides, adopt your true form right before the match starts," said Minato. "Understood. I have a lot of surprises for attack. He abandoned me for his precious Yukiya. It's not that I have anything against Sasuke. We had to be friends in secret, because if those crazy council members knew that Sasuke was my friend, they would be furious," said Naruto. "It's a shame that the civilian side doesn't exist. Poor Sakura found out about that a day ago," said Minato. "And I still need a way to get Tsunade back to the village to wake your mother up from her coma on the day of the finals." All the genin were there, even Sasuke. Apparently Kakashi didn't want to anger Minato by being late to an important event before the matches began. The crowd, he was very happy to see his Yonderu Okage alive again. Some of them were expecting him to kill the demon brat, Orochimaru disguised as the Kage. He was very worried. He decided to cancel the invasion and wait another day. He made a sign to Kabo, who just stood there. "It's okay, cough. There's been a change in the order of the matches in order of Lodge," he said. "I8, he's not going to die in this FIC uni match." Sasuke versus Gaara match 2's Aburame, Shino versus Kankuro match 3 NAR, Shikamaru versus Tamario match 4 Uzumaki, Naruto versus match 5 Akimichi versus match 3 winner. The contestants check the score sheet. The non-competing first went up the stairs to their seating area. Yukiya showdown, Sasuke and Gaara aim, yelled "I8." Gaara started with a Shurik in Nuna. Sasuke deftly dodged it as the crowd cheered. Sasuke ran towards Gaara with a speed rivaling Robo-Gay. He was a little upset by what Kakashi did in the stands. "He taught him my student Kakashi's taijutsu style. That was a little youthful," said Gay. "How did you say something?" Kakashi asked. "Damn you and your hippie attitude," Kakashi said. Gay back to the field. Sasuke couldn't hit Gaara using taijutsu, so he resorted to ninjutsu. He jumped back and sent a Kadon Ryuka no Jutsu towards Gaara's sand. When the flames and smoke cleared, some of Gaara's sand had turned to glass. Sasuke took advantage of this and sent fireball after fireball at Gaara, turning more and more sand into glass. Gaara's unglazed sand, or a sphere, it is around Sasuke, not finding another way into the sand, jumped back and stuck to the wall using chakra. He performed 3 hand seals and formed a Chidori. The genin that were not Naruto were surprised, while the villagers went crazy seeing Tsuchi using a high-level ninjutsu. Sasuke ran towards Gaara and impaled the Chidori on the sphere, but it didn't go far enough to hurt Gaara. Suddenly, a tendril of sand emerged from the sphere of sand and powerfully slammed Sasuke against the wall, proceeded to strangle him until I8 called off the match. The medical ninjas took care of Sasuke, who wasn't really hurt. Accepting defeat, Sasuke went up to the stands to talk to Naruto. "Sorry about the match, buddy. He was really strong," said Naruto. "Yeah, but there's always next year anyway. When do you plan on releasing it?" Sasuke asked. "Her my match. I'll show them. I'll show the villagers I already attacked who they cast aside," said Naruto. "Wait, you asked Kakashi-sensei to train you?" And he denied. "Wow, I didn't think he was playing favorites. My respect for him just went down a bit," said Sasuke. The other genins were surprised to see Naruto and Sasuke having a friendly conversation. Shikamaru and Shino, those who realized something was up, weren't really surprised. Kankuro, "Shino, please come down," said Hate miraculously without coughing. "I give up," said Kankuro, not knowing about the cancelled invasion. "It's okay, fight between Timar and Shikamaru. Both come down here," said Hate again. Shikamaru too, he was considering giving up, but Naruto pressured him. Temari flew on his iron fan and started the fight. Shikamaru was being torn apart due to Temari's attacks, and the Kamaitachi kept avoiding his attacks until he thought of a plan to use. He thought of a few moments later. and caught Temari with his cage mane. He used his vest as a parachute to increase the length of his shadow, taking Temari by surprise. However, he found it too troublesome to continue as he was running out of chakra. Temari won the match. Next contestants, please. Come down, said I8. Naruto came down and said, before starting, I need to show everyone in the stand something. Sasuke was using his Sharingan to keep up with the match, since he knew how fast he could be. Naruto noticed something and asked Kakashi-sensei, why is there a Jinjutsu on Naruto? Kakashi looked at Naruto with his Sharingan and noticed the Jinjutsu on the field. Naruto gathered some chakra, yelled Kai, and disappeared in a puff of smoke. As the smoke cleared, the crowd was shocked to see Naruto's unleashed form. He was wearing a long-sleeved black shirt that was almost like a second skin, causing Hinata and many other women in the audience to get a nosebleed. He was wearing black ambu-style pants that were taped to his black sandals. He had a pack of Kuna and Shuriken on each leg. He was also wearing a Chunin-style vest, only with less padded pockets, and he was also dressed in black. On top of that, he was wearing an electric blue short-sleeved trench coat with flames on it. Black on the bottom and the back, he had a non-cone, I love you, and Senko written in kanji. He also had a sword wrapped in bandages on his back. The shinobi were noticing the resemblance between him and the Yondaime. Kakashi, on the other hand, was cursing himself for saying that Naruto's chakra control was bad. Okay, fight between Uzumaki, Naruto, and Yuga. Neji aimed, said I8, and jumped. Neji went back to saying his fate speech before Naruto said, did you write a script or something? Because I could have sworn you said the same thing over and over again. And now, somewhat enraged, began to attack Naruto. Naruto jumped back through a pair of shurikens infused with wind chakra, surprising the Jounin sensei, and yelled Shuriken Cake Bunin to multiply the two shuriken by 100, surprising the Hin even more. Nei used the Kaiten to block the shuriken, but some managed to break through the chakra cocoon, surprising Neji. Angry Neji kept trying to hit Naruto, but kept failing. Finally, I managed to have Naruto against the wall. He said, fate has nailed you to this wall, where I will end you. You are in the range of my divination. Then he launched himself at the one Rokuju, 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, shouted Nei. As he finished the attack, a man can change his appearance, but a failure like you will never change his destiny, said Neji in the stands. I knew that the loser was not as strong. As Sasuke shouted, Sakura is a loser and always will be on the field. The Naruto that I hit disappeared to show a severely damaged trunk. Oh, come on, what did that trunk do to you? Said Naruto. See, how is it impossible to dodge it? Neji shouted, surprised. I went crazy when you launched in a speech of destiny part 2, said Naruto with a deadpan expression. The crowd's sweat dropped, seeing the energy reaction to a storm cloud over their head. Well, if that's all you got, then it's my turn. After saying this, Naruto pulled out a particular brand of kunai that the Hing knew. Naruto jumped high into the air and threw the kunai, yelling Kuna and Kagebunin to multiply the Kuna iron to 50, covering the field. He used the Saiton to prevent the kunai from hitting him. Was that supposed to do something? Neji asked condescendingly. You can't beat Nei with the kunai, even if it is that kind of kunai, thought Tintin and many other Jounin. Back to the field, Naruto, who was now falling from the sky, screamed Irison, no jutsu, and disappeared with a yellow flash. I suddenly felt intense pain and flew towards the wall. The Jounin were stunned to see Naruto use the Rasengan with Irison in the stands. What the hell, Kakashi? What have you been teaching him? The other Jounin teachers shouted. Naruto will tell you the answer, said Kakashi, regretting what he said to Naruto. Back to the Shausa Uzumaki field, Naruto yelled at Yate. Naruto approached Neji, who was still conscious, and said, don't blame fate for your problems. If a loser like me can change it, then what could a genius like you do? Naruto then used the Shosen Jutsu to heal the minor energy wounds until the medics arrived. Poor Kakashi, was he banged his head against the wall while saying over and over again, the visiting nobles were shocked at how powerful Naruto was. They began to make plans to send high-ranking missions to Konoha. Just as Minato thought Naruto returned to the stands, the Genins crowded around Naruto asking for answers. But with the next fight began, and everyone fell silent. The fight between Akimichi Chui and Temari began. I8 shouted the fight was unfortunately short, since Chui could not get close enough to injure Temari. He received severe cuts and lost consciousness from blood loss. Luckily, the doctors were able to heal him, and it wasn't too serious. There was a half-hour break before the next set of matches. Naruto answered all the questions his fellow Henin and Jounin, aside from Sakura and Kakashi, asked him when the next match began. It was between Naruto and Gaara. Mother will be very pleased with your blood, Uzumaki, said Gaara, psychotic. That must be the strangest I've ever seen bar I heard today. said Naruto. The fight started with Gaara trying to catch Naruto with his Sabaka, which Naruto managed to avoid Gaara now completely. Psychotic, he transformed into Shikaku, which terrified the villagers. Luckily, Minato had placed a seal so that all the attacks in the arena would stay there. Naruto bit his thumb, calmly made the seals for the knife SEO Jutsu, and summoned Gamabunna to the arena. What am I doing here, boy, said Gamabunna. And we have a problem with that giant Tanuki. Over there, said Naruto. It had to be a bijou you summoned me, didn't he, say Gamabunna. You know me, boss, said Naruto. Okay, Bunta, can you give me some oil? I'm going to cook that bastard, Naruto shouted. I got it, replied Gamabunta. Naruto created a shadow clone. Gamabunna spat out oil, while Naruto used a Gatoh Kindin to ignite the oil, while the shadow clone used a weakened version of the Futon Seryudan to make the oil-enhanced flames. Even stronger flaming wind dragon combo, Juda. Naruto shouted. The flaming dragon that moved at Rogel's speed launched itself at Gaara in the form of a Shikaku. The combination of jutsus burned the sand and created a life-size crystal Shikaku. Gaara fell to the ground where Naruto caught him. Before he hit the ground, how are you so strong? Don't kill me, Gaara shouted in fear. I have friends to protect. They give me the strength. I need you too, of people who care about you, your sister, your brother. They both care about you. Even though they are afraid of you, I will make a temporary block of Shikaku, but it will limit your use of sand until we fix your faulty seal, said Naruto as he used the Gagen to separate Gaara from Shikaku's influence. Gaara fell into the first sleep. He had a medical ninja arrived and took Gaara to the infirmary. After I8 ended the match, the crowd began to applaud Naruto while shouting things like, "Thank you for protecting us, and I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. Please forgive me." Naruto, who didn't know what to do, just waved and smiled at the audience in the stands. All the genin except Sakura were happy that Naruto was accepted. Sakura, on the other hand, was yelling about how Sasuke protected them with his awesomeness, while Naruto just stood there. Everyone who heard it sweat dropped and made a mental note to submit for a new low for being retarded. 1-2 the next match between Timar and Shinji. Needless to say, the match was pretty boring compared to Naruto and Gaara. In this match, Temari thwarted all of Shino's attempts to use Kikachu with his fans. Shino gave up, stating there was no logical way to win. Okay, there will be a half-hour break before the final match. I8 said, wait, I will lose the match, Temari shouted. Why? Naruto asked. I would rather live seeing how you beat up my little brother. I don't want to know how close I was to dying, Temari said, winner of the Uzumaki Chunin exams. Naruto shouted I8 as the crowd erupted in cheers for Naruto over and over again. Please wait until the judges confirm who will become Chunin, said Hayden during the announcement. It would be a perfect time to start with Shikaku, or without him. It seems I won't have to cancel it, Orochimaru thought as he signaled to Kabuto. A few minutes later, they could go down. Naik, Uzumaki, Naruto, Yukiya, Sasuke, Nara, Shikamaru, Timar, and Aburame. Shino asked I8, surprising the crowd again. This time, many of the shinobi feared for their lives, including Kakashi. Said Genins went down to the center from the Genin arena of Konoha Isuna. It is an honor for me to present to you the honor of having created Chunin. You have earned it with strategy, leadership, and strength. Congratulations to you all, said Minato as the crowd roared with approval. The Genins put on their respective Chunin vests, and Naruto moved his things from his old vest to his new vest. He sealed the old vest in a scroll, thinking it would make a great gift. It was at this point that Orochimaru decided to begin the invasion. The Odo ninjas disguised in the arena began to attacking the Konoha ninja, who were still awake. The Odo ninja thought they could count on Tsunade's support, but after seeing Naruto in action, the Tsunade shinobi decided that facing two yellow flashes would be suicide and attacked the Odo shinobi. Minato, on the other hand, headed to the Kaya cage where Orochimaru attacked him. Naruto was surrounded by the Odo shinobi, who thought he was easy prey. Unfortunately for them, they didn't see Naruto use Irisin. Naruto threw his new Irisin shuriken at the enemy ranks and teleported into the enemy formation, killing them all. Naruto noticed his father was fighting with Orochimaru. Naruto teleported inside the purple barrier that the four of them created from sound. How did you get in here? Orochimaru asked, surprised. I put a seal on it. Go without my dad in case I needed reinforcements, said Naruto. Naruto, as strong as you are, this is no place for you. Minato yelled, get out of here. Orochimaru simply scoffed at the sight and used Edo Tense to bring back return to the first two oaks. Meanwhile, the Konoha shinobi, with the help of the Tsunade shinobi, completely annihilated the enemy forces. Jiraiya summoned Gamio to crush the snake triplets back to the barrier. Forgive me too, San, but I have no other choice, said Naruto, while making a shadow clone. Confused, Minato looked at him before the shadow clone grabbed him and used him as Irison to get out of the barrier. A surprised Orochimaru laughed at the fact that only Naruto was left. He placed the tags of seal on the heads of Shodame and Nidame and forced them to fight Naruto. Naruto didn't even have time to open his sword after exchanging a series of jutsu and getting trapped in a giant forest. Naruto realized that he had no other choice but to use that jutsu. While facing a taijutsu fight with the two former cages, he placed a pair of explosive tags on them too. Gain some time, forgive me all, but this was necessary. The sacrifice of one for many, said Naruto, while making the seals manuals for the Shiki Fujin. No, Naruto, don't do it, Minato shouted. The Genin and the newly promoted Chunin, who were watching, were confused. Minato saw as the Shinigami appeared behind Naruto. Minato had signed the contract to be able to see the Shinigami. Minato began to sob because he knew the outcome of the Shiki Fujin. The ninjas around wondered what was happening for the Yondaime to collapse in that way. Only the Sandaime and Jiraiya already knew what was happening. Both men were also sobbing in silence. "Oh, I'm so scared." "Nothing happened," Orochimaru scoffed. Naruto created two shadow clones that clung to the first two oses. Naruto watched as the Shinigami began to chant in a language no one knew. The chant ended when the Shinigami's prayer beads wrapped around his arm and a spectral arm pierced Naruto's stomach. Minato saw this and sobbed even harder. His only son was going to die within a month after Minato met him. What was worse was that he would have to tell Kusina if she woke up. "Forgive me, Shodai Mama Nairam-sama," said Naruto, as he pulled their souls out of their bodies. "He is so young, and he is already sacrificing his life for the village. I am so sorry," said Asama Senju the Shodame Okage with evident regret. "Apri, you've been a great Okage. I am so sorry. Forgive me," said Tobirama Senju the Nidame Okage with regret. "Fuin," shouted Naruto, as the Shinigami ate the souls of the two oses. "Now for you," said Naruto, as he grabbed Orochimaru's shoulders. The spectral hand extended towards the body of Orochimaru and began to extract the soul. Now Orochimaru looked in fear at the Shinigami, who he could now see. "Kurama, help me get his soul out," Naruto shouted. "Mind, I'm sorry. It had to end like this, boy. You were the first one. We respected each other." He sealed them with a cry of Fuin. Orochimaru fell to the ground dead. The Shinigami began to extract Naruto's soul as well. "Tell everyone I'm sorry this had to happen. Forgive me all," said Naruto as he also fell to the ground. A newly promoted Chunin dying for the Minato village. He was crying and was hysterical and was asking why his only son had to die. At that moment, Kakashi realized what was happening. He felt so guilty because the student he left to train Sasuke simply sacrificed his life for the village. All the Jounin had their heads bowed in respect for Naruto's sacrifice. Sasuke was on his knees sobbing. The other Chunin exam participants could hear things like, "Why? And we were brothers and all. But blood, were you going to become Okage?" Hinata was openly crying, and the participants except Sakura all were Soyozabon. Even Shino Sakura was shocked that Naruto did this. Naruto woke up in a place that was all white. "Where am I?" he wondered. "Are you in a place that humans call limbo?" said the Shinigami. "Shouldn't you have eaten my soul?" Naruto asked. "Well, I should have, but see, I decided to intervene again. Besides, this is something that will happen only once, so don't get your hopes up," he said. Shinigami, on the other hand, "I have a mission for you." "Okay, shoot," said Naruto. Naruto woke up in a place that was all white. "Where am I?" he wondered. "Are you in a place that humans call limbo?" said the Shinigami. "You shouldn't have eaten my soul," asked Naruto. "Well, I should have, but see, I decided to intervene again. Besides, this is something that will happen only once, so don't get your hopes up," said the Shinigami. "On the other hand, I have a mission for you." "Okay, shoot," said Naruto. Chapter 7 Consequences. Point 1. I will send you back with a gift soon. You will find out what that gift is. My mission for you is to kill Uchi Madara. I don't like the fact that someone can cheat death. Nobody cheats me, said the Shinigami. Deal, said Naruto. You should wake up very soon. Good luck. And kill that. Yukiya said the Shinigami back to the people of Konoha. Why Naruto? Why am I Ozaman? I would have taken your place. Why is life so cruel? Suddenly the Jounin felt a pulse of chakra. They saw Naruto stand up shakily. To say that people were surprised would be like saying that Jiraiya was a bit of a pervert. Minato was shocked, which instantly turned into relief that his son was alive. I've always wanted to try this. I've been working on it for a while now, Naruto said with a shaky voice. Naruto formed a Rasengan in each hand and molded it into a javelin shape. Rasengan long range form, Naruto shouted as he launched the two long-range Rasengan to the surprise of Minato and Jiraiya towards the barrier. They had created the four of the sound. The barrier broke, and the four of the sound flew into trees, buildings, etc., and were knocked unconscious. Naruto Immediately collapsed, Minato ran to check on his son and discovered that he was still breathing. It was just a case of chakra exhaustion, my son. Lives, Minato shouted happily. Naruto lives. Then he took Naruto to the hospital. All the shinobi who were watching burst into cheers, even Sakura. However, she screamed how Sasuke's genius had brought Naruto back to life. Naruto, an upset Sasuke, knocked her unconscious and placed Sakura's coma seal that Naruto had given him. The crowd cheered again, as Sakura was unconscious. 2 weeks later, Naruto was in his mindscape. For those who don't know what a mindscape is, it's just the place where Naruto meets the Kyuubi in the anime and manga. Hey Kurama, sorry for scaring you so much about death, Naruto said with a smile. TC, stupid boy, did you think you could use the Shikifujin? What about your father? He said. Kurama, well, I'm alive, so I guess I'm okay, said Naruto. By the way, what did the Shinigami give me? He said he would send me back with a gift. Why do you ask me? Asked Kurama. Well, you're on my mind, and I guess you might have some way of knowing, said Naruto. I have it in a single kit. I have it in one. Well, the gift the Shinigami gave you is the ability to use Ranton Storm Release. This gave you an incredibly strong affinity with lightning and water, along with your affinity with wind, which also got stronger to the point of being unmatched. I think you can use your Udon Hunter about 5 times at full power. Now plus he gave you Ranton, because he thought it would suit your sword quite well. He said. Kurama, so it would still be a super powerful sword and 3 incredibly strong affinities. Don't you think that's too much? He asked Naruto. When you face Uchimadara team, I'm not sure even that would be enough. Oh, that reminds me, considering your horrible Jinjutsu skill, I've also decided to give you my own gift. Look in the mirror after you wake up, and you'll see what I mean. You're gonna love it / hate, plus you're gonna need a way to counter Madara's Sharingan. Oh, and it's been 2 weeks. Shouldn't you be waking up already? Kurama asked. Could I have woken up a week and a half ago? I haven't talked to you in a while, and I thought it would have been a good idea. By the way, here's your gift for helping me kill Orochi. But Naruto said as he changed the mindscape from a sewer to a very large stop, complete with a den and an endless supply of giant rabbits. A very happy Kurama was jumping around the meadow, enjoying the big open space. He was now wearing a collar with a seal to Fuin on it instead of a cage and paper. Thanks, kid. There is everything I could want to enjoy. Imprisonment, exclaimed Kurama. No problem. Think of it as my thank you gift for helping me out all these years. Well, I have to go see you, said Naruto. Naruto woke up slowly, and his eyes adjusted to the bright light. He noticed that he could see much clearer, and that objects such as an open curtain flapping in the wind seemed to move much slower. He looked in a mirror that was right next to his bed and screamed, what the hell? This caused many members of the medical staff along with Minato to storm into the room. What happened? Who did it? You saw him? I'll kill him, yelled Minato. No, Dad. I'm just shocked, said Naruto, still in shock. Minato said as he looked at his son. What he saw also shocked him. Naruto had a fully mature 3-volume Sharingan, only instead of being red, it was still blue. He tried to stop the flow of chakra to his eyes, and the 3 volumes disappeared, leaving his normal blue eyes. He sent chakra to his eyes again, and watched as the 3 volumes reappeared. End bar. Yes, I gave Naruto the Sharingan before you criticize me for dominating Naruto. Read the summary bar description that I gave you also. If Madara's Sharingan can become the Rinnegan, it is not cheap. See, how the hell did you get that ass bar? Yelled Minato. Naruto told him what had gone through his mind, leaving Minato even more shocked. Well, since this seems to be a day of secrets, I have one to tell you, Naruto said. Minato, your mother is alive. Kazan is alive, asked Naruto. Tearfully, she abandoned me with the villagers. What happened? Naruto, your mother didn't abandon you, said Minato as he placed a silencing seal. Apparently those idiots from the civil council poisoned her in an attempt to kill her. But since she was the previous Jinchuriki of the Chi, the residual chakra nullified most of the poison, but still ended up leaving her in a coma. She is here right now, but there is only one person in the world who could wake her up, and that is Sunjut Tsunade of the Saninve. Achan, can you heal Mom? Then let's go, Naruto yelled before Minato raised a hand. Wait. Anyways, your mother isn't going anywhere, and the village comes first. That is the duty of the cage, said Minato. Okay, Dad, but once the village is better, I can go find B.A. Chanta that she can come go heal. Kazan asked Naruto. I want to be the one to bring her back. Okay, Naruto, but you will go with Laughter Arrow Sennin to look for her. And I must say, calling Jiraiya Arrow Sennin makes perfect sense, said Minato with a smile. Can I leave the hospital? Asked Naruto. I think I'm good to go. Okay, Naruto, but promise me you won't do any heavy training for 2 days, said Minato. Okay, Tusan, I won't do any heavy training for 2 days, Naruto agreed. After a few minutes, Naruto, he left the hospital with his team. He would have to get a new trench coat since his was in tatters. From the fight with the 2 former cages, while Naruto walked through the streets, to his surprise, he heard things like, there's the hero of our village, who defeated the Vilo Rock and Maru. And Dad, I want to be a hero like Naruto. Apparently word had spread around the village that Naruto not only summoned Gamabunta to kick Gaara's ass, but that he almost died for the village, killing their most hated enemy aside from the Kiri Orochimaru in the process. Naruto was shocked hearing this. He was actually being recognized by the village. He decided to go tell Sasuke and see if he was ready for a fight. Meanwhile, in Minato's office, Kakashi could have been so much better than my son who wasn't worth your time. Just saved this village and showed near-perfect chakra control, as well as defeating Gaara, the Jinchuriki of Shikaku, who Sasuke couldn't defeat. And to top it off, he almost sacrificed his life for the village. I'm very disappointed in you, Kakashi. I thought I had taught you not to have favorites. I'm not sure I can leave you as a honing with this kind of blatant favoritism. I'll demote you to Tokubetsu honing dock your salary, and I'll make you go on 5 missions to catch Tora the cat every day for a week. And if he escapes that many times a day, Minato said angrily. Kakashi was sweating at the fact that he had to catch Tora so many times he knew he deserved it, but 5 times a day, that would be hell. And Team 7 is now disbanding since Naruto and Sasuke have made Chunin. I'm going to remove Sakura from the ninja ranks, since all she is a glorified fanatic, said Minato. Ayaka-sama said, Kakashi, tomorrow I will make an announcement about Naruto's lineage. We will see how this goes, and Kakashi, you will not train him unless he asks. You had your chance, but you blew it, said Minato with a glare. I apologize for my foolish actions, Okajima said. Kakashi, filled with guilt, now get out of here, said Minato. Kakashi walked away. Without saying a word mentally, he was reproaching himself for being an idiot and not having trained all the members of his team back with Naruto. Naruto had just arrived at Sasuke's mansion bar house. He told Sasuke what had happened. Sasuke was happy for his friend and brother-in-arms Naruto, then asked for a training to see if he was still at his level. They had a good taijutsu training, since ninjutsu would have wiped out the Uchiha complex. After thanking Sasuke for the training, Naruto decided to head to the academy to visit Irika and the academy students to see how they were after an invasion. The moment he entered Irika's classroom, everyone went silent. Everyone had heard, either on the street or through relatives, of Naruto's actions. Immediately, the students began to crowd around Naruto and ask him questions. Go back to your seats, he yelled Irika using the demon Adno Jutsu. All the scared students ran back to their seats. Okay, Naruto, how about you show up to class, said Irika. Well, as everyone knows, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like training ramen and osas. What I don't like are fangirls, people with superiority complexes, and people who can't tell the difference between a kunai and the scroll it sealed. And said Naruto, okay, Naruto, today we start the ninjutsu and shuriken lessons. Do you want to help? Asked Hoka, hoping Naruto would help. Sure, why not? It's not like I have anything better to do, said Naruto. The class went outside to start the weapon throwing lessons. Naruto noticed that most of them were not holding the shuriken in the right position and helped them speed up the throw. Okay, now let's start teaching them some ninjutsu, said Irika. Taught the students how to perform the Ino Jutsu. Many students tried it, but there were problems with their costumes, like noses too big or scars missing. After the ninjutsu lesson, Kanomaru asked, boss, can you show us some cool ninjutsu? I don't see why. Didn't Naruto say, what do you guys want to see? The students, they discussed amongst themselves what amazing jutsu they wanted to see. Can you show us your strongest jutsu? The students asked. Short, medium, or long range? Naruto asked long range. He shouted with hammer. Naruto threw a pair of his new Yasin shuriken. These worked very similarly to the Hirai Shin Kanai, except they were easier to throw. As far as appearance, it was a slightly larger shuriken with Naruto's irisin seal formula on the blades of the shuriken. The disappointment the students had turned into surprise when Naruto disappeared in a yellow flash and reappeared where he threw the shuriken. This would be my strongest jutsu. It is a ranked jutsu developed by the Yando Okage. It is basically like the Chunin no Hutsu, only that you move much faster and you go much further, explained Naruto. Satisfied, the students returned to the classroom where Irika assigned them tasks and dismissed them. When he saw it was late, Naruto returned to the underground mansion of Namikaze. He saw his father in the training dojo. Hello, Dad, said Naruto. Hey, son, I have some news for you. Tomorrow I will announce your lineage as my son. So get ready for the crazy hings who want to teach you and the crazy fangirls, said Minato. Oh boy, said Naruto. Oh, I wanted to see what you did with your Rasengan. I remember you used a long-range version, said Minato. Oh, my Rasengan long-range. For my notice that the Rasengan is a powerful, just at short range. I wanted to increase the range, but I didn't want to use iron every time I wanted to attack someone who was far away from me. So I tried to throw it, but I soon realized that throwing a ball of chakra isn't as easy as it sounds, so I used the same principles of the Rasengan, only I shaped it into a javelin which is optimized for throwing, explained Naruto. I see when you came out of the barrier of the forest sound, I just saw it hit the barrier to break it, yet I want to see how it works on a barrier other than the barrier, said Minato with a dizzy look in his eyes. Okay, but I'll need a training. Dummy, said Naruto. Minato used chakra for a Naruto training dummy, formed a long-range Rasengan form in his hand, and threw it at the dummy. The chakra javelin that looked like a hurricane sank into the dummy, where it detonated with the force of a Rasengan. Needless to say, afterward the dummy was nothing more than a pile of hay. Please show me that. Minato asked. Barb begged again, dripping sweat. Naruto agreed and showed Minato how to do the jutsu. Minato started working on the next day. I wonder what this ad is for, Kiba asked. I don't know from any way it's troublesome, said Shikamaru, getting us up before noon. Troublesome. A few minutes later, people of Konoha, I have an announcement to make, said Minato. As you know, I perished against the Kiri, but by pure luck, I came back to lead Konoha. Besides, as most of you believe, I didn't have children. However, I did have a son. I just didn't tell you about it before this. Many shinobi started hitting their heads against trees, walls, solid objects, etc. Yes, and most of you have also seriously insulted my family by hurt my son, said Minato. At this, many of the civilians and shinobi began to sweat my son, whom you all have been treating like trash, is Naruto. Uzumaki Mick, yelled Minato as screams of what the hell I were screwed were heard. This is what Naruto heard as he walked out. Congratulations, most of you have treated my son like trash. Be glad that he's not the vengeful type, said Minato with a smile. The next day, Naruto headed to the Aegis ninja shop, and in search of weapons. When he entered, many shinobi began to bow to him and say things like, forgive me, Namet-sama, and I apologize for my actions. Namet-sama. Naruto simply told them not to worry about it, and that it was an honest mistake of people. In flight, he also told them to call him. Naruto approached the counter where Tenten was. Hey, Tenten, do you have a pair of Kodachi that I can buy? Naruto asked. P, of course, Namek-sama said. Tenten, no need, call me Naruto. I hate formalities, said Naruto. Of course, Naruto, and said Tenten, as he went out to find a pair of Kodachi for Naruto to use. He momentarily returned with the Kodachi. How much will this be? Naruto asked. The total will be 1,200 Aro, said Tenten. Naruto paid for the Kodachi, happy that Tenten treated him like a normal person and not royalty. He went home to begin his next Irison-related project at home. Naruto was attempting to complete the next step in Suisun. He managed to make the seals, but still had trouble utilizing it to its full potential. With that being said, he put in the effort even more just to teleport from Kara to an Itai tree. You must get this, you must surpass father, groaned Naruto, rubbing his forehead. Suddenly, an Ambu appeared right in front of him. Naruto-sama, the Okage requests your presence, said the Ambu, and left. Naruto headed to his father's office. Did you want to see me? Okage-sama asked. Yes, Naruto. Will you go find Tsunade? Will you go with, said Minato, as someone jumped out the window and did a kabuki dance. I am the great Toad Sage of Mobox One, the man who silences crying babies with a twist of his head. Head the brave master, Jiraiya shouted. Both blondes sweat dropped seeing their sense, and doing this. Hey, Ero-senin, they said in unison. You two know Minato, it's bad enough that Naruto calls me that, but you two, why did Jiraiya complain while Minato and Naruto burst out laughing? Okay, let's get back to the topic. Naruto, you will go with Jiraiya to find Tsunade and bring her back to Kakor. This will be considered an S-rank recovery mission. You have 1 hour to pack. Good luck to both of you, said Minato, as Naruto disappeared. So what's that I heard about a long-range Rasengan? Did you create it? Minato asked Jiraiya. Oh, that's a Rasengan, but sharpened in the form of a javelin and thrown at an enemy. It detonates on impact. Basically, think of it as a Rasengan stabbed into someone and exploding. Oh, and I don't believe it. Naruto did it, Minato said proudly upon hearing that Jiraiya's mouth already dropped open. It was an S-rank technique that he had improved from an A-rank technique. He had to get Naruto to teach him. 1 hour later, we go, Gaki, said Jiraiya, as they left Konoha to look for Tsunade. Half an hour later, Naruto asked Jiraiya. Yes, he said. Naruto, do you think you could teach me the Rasengan long-range form? Jiraiya asked with the puppy dog eyes. Jutsu active sigh. Well, first we need to get some javelins and some wood, Naruto said, as Jiraiya ran on a trail of dust to look for the materials. Moments later, Jiraiya ran back with a huge supply of javelins and would. Well, the first step to doing this would be to create a chakra wrap around the javelin. Naruto demonstrated. Oh, and that doesn't mean you have to call me sensei. When you do this, he asked with a smirk. Stupid Gaki-sensei, muttered Jiraiya with a storm cloud over his head. Immediately tried to do what Naruto did, but found it very difficult to create a chakra wrap around a sharp object around the javelin. It was one thing to wrap chakra around a kuna, but a javelin, it meant that he had to spread his chakra to cover the entire javelin. Unlike the standard Rasengan, there was no real trick to spinning the water, just making a chakra wrap. Days later, Jiraiya finally managed to cover the entire javelin with a chakra wrap. Naruto showed him the next step which involved using chakra to carve a piece of wood into a javelin. This step involved a lot of swearing on Jiraiya's part, and also a lot of time while Jiraiya was researching. Naruto had a confrontation with Itachi, who strangely asked him about how Sasuke was. Naruto gave his answer with a Rasengan. At that moment, Jiraiya came back, and you know how it went from there. After 2 weeks of training, Jiraiya finally managed to get down the second step. At that moment, they arrived at Tanzaka, where Jiraiya said that he would probably be Tsunade back in Konoha. Did you hear him? So young Naruto-kun went to find Tsunade so she can heal you. He yelled, mate Toei Josh, if Naruto doesn't bring her back, I'll do 600 laps around Konoha with one leg. Said, leave Lee, you're getting younger and younger. He yelled gay as they embarked on their strange embrace into the sunset. Sought through Mr. Gay, sought through Gay Sensei. The two kept screaming as they scared the entire hospital staff, who too their horror couldn't break the Jinjutsu, no matter how hard they tried. And Vicky, who was there at the time, decided to record them to use as a torture device. Back with Naruto and Jiraiya, Naruto shuddered. I have a feeling that my name was used by some people. Esperant and a Jinjutsu Esperant. Help, a monster screamed. A random civilian running out of Tanzakai. A sparrow. What kind of monster? Prozo. Naruto. A snake. Help, screamed the poor man with Tsunade. Tsunade. Sen Oto needs you to bring back Orochimaru. We know you have some way to do it. He tried to say Kabuto. Then you're an idiot. I have no way to bring anyone back from the dead, said Tsunade. When did I say I was dead? Orochimaru-sama has implanted fragments of his soul in his cursed seals. So if you could extract the soul and bring back Marasama, he will bring back your two loved ones, said Kabuto. Tanjaleo. Give me some time to think about it. Hours later, Jiraiya and Naruto went to a bar restaurant where they saw who they were looking for. Hi, bae. A-chan, long time no see. Naruto yelled happily. Hi. Gaki, where have you been? Tsunade greeted here and there. But I have something to ask you, Va. Chan, will you return to the village with us? Naruto asked. You know how I feel about the village, Naruto said. Tsunade, let's all go to the hotel room, and I'll tell you what's been going on, said Naruto. In the hotel room, I see so Minato and Kusina are alive, but Kusina is in a coma, said Tsunade. Oh, and I heard about the offer Kabuto made. Let me tell you about what he does. You see, he will bring them back using a human sacrifice, and they're actually just puppets controlled by Orochi. He brought back the first two Oaks and forced them to fight me. I had no choice but to use the Shiki Fujin to defeat them and kill Orochimaru. Fortunately for me, Shinigami-sama and Kami-sama sent me back to kill Unwi Madara. They say he's lived too long, said Naruto. Tsunade, horrified, said, yes, I think it's time for me to return. I miss sense, and now that I think about it, I'll tell you my answer later. Days later, Naruto. Jiraiya, Tsunade-sama has disappeared, yelled Shizen. Frantically, what are we going? Gaki, yelled Jiraiya. They came into sight of Tsunade, trying to beat up the Forest Sound, who escaped from an Ambu prison with the help of Kabuto, which makes me wonder how bad the Ambu are. I mean, if Kabuto can kill 4 of them without a problem, and Naruto beat the crap out of Kabuto, that wouldn't make Naruto better than the Ambu. Just one question, your Tsunade ended up seeing blood, which made her freeze due to her fear of blood. Goto-chan will take care of this, Naruto yelled. Kabuto growled in anger, which then turned into a smirk. Well, if it's not Naruto-kun, I'll kill you slowly, painfully for what you did to Orochimaru-sama, said Kabuto as he pulled the Kusanagi out of his mouth. Let's see what cuts your Kusanagi to. Naruto smirked. In response, a legendary sword should be counter-arrested for another no question. What do you mean, boy, yelled Kabuto. Then allow me to show you a legendary sword that is mine, the sword blessed by Susanoo Arisen himself. Kin Sword of Storms, yelled Naruto as he pulled the sword he was wearing from his back as the bandages flew off, revealing only a double-edged sword of standard, looking with a hexagonal crystal as a pommel. The crossguard was tilted upwards at 45° angles with spikes on the end. That's all your mighty sword blessed by Susanoo, Kabuto sneered. That's not all, oh. And by the way, congrats on pissing off my sword. Naruto smirked. Arisen, no kin, Kainin Sword of Storms breaking away, Naruto roared as the sword's guard bent down, and a pair of storm gray wings unfurled and hardened to form a tough-looking winged guard. The blade extended, expanded, and darkened to storm gray. The hexagonal crystal for the pommel was also storm gray with a bolt of electric blue. In the center, the crackling of electricity could be heard throughout the sword. Everyone could feel the pure, unmatched power of the sword in. It can't be the legendary Harris. Sen-no-kin, how did he find it? Thought Tsunade. What the hell? The Gaki didn't say anything about this, thought Jiraiya. Then it will be a legendary sword duel, said Kabuto calmly. While inside, he thought what so the two launched themselves at each other and began a Kenjutsu duel. Kabuto thanked Orochimaru for teaching him a certain degree of Kenjutsu. A few cuts and parries later, Naruto had disarmed Kabuto and had Air Shurinoken on Kabuto's neck. It's a shame and I thought I was going to have a tremendous sword duel in which I would have to use Eris if with all his power you barely made me reach 5%, said Naruto in a bored tone. Growling sound for shouted Kabuto as the sound for attacked Naruto, while Kabuto jumped using Naruto as a wall to propel himself. Well, this will let me try out a new toy, said Naruto as he took out one of his Kodachis and channeled it with his chakra. The Kodachi glowed yellow. Before the color faded, everyone present could see the familiar irisin markings on the Kodachi. Naruto stabbed the Kodachi into the ground with another chakra burst. Here we go, said Naruto as he disappeared in a yellow flash, while deep cuts began to appear on the bodies of the four of the AK. Sound today, you one scum of Konoha, but the next time we face each other, I will have your head. Namek. Kabuto roared in pain as the Odo shinobi sank into the ground. Arisen, no Furin, said Naruto. As his sword returned to its original form, he put the sword back into its storm gray sheath and walked towards Jiraiya and Tsunade. What the hell, where did you get that sword, Jiraiya asked. On our travels, remember, we spent about a month before find Tsunade, answered Naruto. Then why didn't you tell me, asked Jiraiya. I thought it would be a big surprise when I used it, said Naruto with a smirk. Deep down, he's still a joker, complained Jiraiya. So what the hell was that with the irisin, yelled Tsunade, that I've been working on it for a few days. I kept standard teleporting into the trees, or not far enough originally. I only had the seals on the hilt, so I'm pretty much done standard teleporting myself into the Kodachi. That's when the idea came to me to add the seal formula to the leaf as well. It solved my problem very quickly. Before, I could only teleport about 5 meters around the Kodachi. But with this, I can teleport within a mile radius around where I planted the Kodachi. Naruto explained as he pulled the Kodachi out of the ground and cleaned it. Incredible was all they could say. And here I am waiting for him to summon Amanda, Naruto complained. Yari always had a debt to settle with that bastard. Iari asked Tsunade, oh, she's my summon phoenix. I found the scroll on the trip. How lucky am I, said Naruto. Jiraiya didn't react because he knew about the scroll. So let me get this straight. Not only do you have a legendary sword, but also a legendary summon, asked Tsunade. Yes, and I also use toads. As summons, Naruto smiled. Will you come with me next time you go betting, said Tsunade. Yes, of course, why not, she said as she collapsed. Kabuto had hit a lucky strike with a chakra scalpel, pushing Naruto. No, stay with me, Naruto, yelled Tsunade. As she managed to overcome her fear of blood, she wasn't going to let someone dear to her die again. Flashback. Sensei Gaki, yelled Tsunade. Yago-chan, yelled Naruto as he approached. Anyway, why do you want to become an Okage? All I see is a job that just requires you to die, said Tsunade. To earn the respect of the villagers and my brothers in arms. And being an Okage is my dream, said Naruto. Tsunade was surprised, but she didn't show it. She couldn't avoid seeing an image of Dan and Nawaki next to Naruto, saying those same words. Flashback. In Jutsukai the next day, as Tsunade said, had dragged Naruto to the nearest gambling house, where with sheer luck Naruto cleaned house and managed to pay off all his debts and still have enough to pay a rank reward. That Tsunade squealed like a little girl when she won all that money and almost killed Naruto with one of her hugs. Jiraiya was off to the side grumbling about the lucky Gakis. A week later, the group entered Konoha and were greeted with shouts of Tsunade-sama is back. And she knew Namek-sama could do it. He's a Namek after all, which made Naruto growl. They went back to the Lodge office to meet up with Minato. After giving the report, Minato literally passed out due to shock. Moments later, he came to and asked Slash. He yelled, what the hell, where did you find that? On my travels with Dad, Erwin replied. Naruto. Minato then said, why am I not surprised something like that happened? I should have known. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand. Chunin, you know my wife Uzumaki Kusina is in the hospital right now in coma. Can you get her out of that state? I'll have to take a look and see, said Tsunade. The group left for the hospital and entered Kusina's room. Let's see if I think I can get her out of the coma. It's like the Tsukiyomi that poor Kakashi gets into over and over again, said Tsunade. But it's not Tsukiyomi, it's a poison that was supposed to kill her. Luckily for her, the QB still had residual chakra for thumb the poison in her body. I'll start immediately, BU.